We're going up on a Tuesday.
Hey.
Got the tribe on the cast and it's Tuesday.
Hey.
Let's do this.
Hey. Let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. It's Tuesday.
What's
we're,
up?
We're going up on a Tuesday.
Sure are.
Got the crew. What's cracking, AI?
Hey, man. Feeling good. It's a Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. But we had pizza. You know what I mean? Feeling good.
That's the cheapest thing to get for the bunch,
Bro,
man.
it's Bourbon House. It's fire. It's great pizza, top to bottom.
I stopped getting Taco Bell because Tyrell was always talking about. He's like, man, it makes my stomach hurt. It's like, all right, bro.
All right.
All right. We'll just stick with that cheesy ass pizza.
Yeah, the pizza's fire though.
Jan, what's cracking, homie? How you feeling, bro?
What's up, y'all, man? How y'all feeling, man?
Doing
Tuesday?
good, bro. Doing good. I appreciate you always checking in every Tuesday, man. I got a chance to see you before I popped in here, and then obviously you and I always go over to Holiday House. Shout out to Nandu, bro, over at the Holiday House. He's always taking care of us, and that's our go-to spot right before we start the podcast. We're like, all right, what are we gonna drink today, bro? What's the move?
What is the move?
Yeah, he always looking out for us.
Yeah, bro. And you put us on this tequila, bro. What's the name of the brand?
Camarina.
Camarina, bro.
Yeah.
And this is like it's like $24 a bottle, but it's so smooth. And like I'm a bourbon guy, right? Like I've always thought like vodka or tequila, it just has too much of that, like I turn up too quick, bro. It's like the shots are real strong for me, so.
Moving 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, like bourbon, I usually just sip on it, bro. But this tequila is so smooth, man. Obviously, you put it with a little bit of pineapple juice, can't even taste it. Next thing you know, we're going up on the Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a girl I work with. She the one that put me on it.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know, we was talking about tequila, and I was talking to her about Casamigos and Patron. She was like, "Oh, that's overrated. You need to try this."
What was was it Casa Amigo? Was that the one that we were trying to get, and it was like 55, but it was sold out over there?
I think so. Yeah.
That's Kevin Hart's.
No, it's No, I know.
Oh, Casa Amigos is
Casamigos.
Clooney's.
That's
right?
the one. You know, that's the fan favorite. Whatever, but that's everybody's go-to tequila.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And
The
what was
Casamigos
that
or the
new
Patron.
one that we were trying to get? Not De Leon, but
I can't remember the name of it.
it started with a C. They all start with C's, man. I swear.
It was the day Dre Kirkpatrick was here.
Yeah,
and
he was
looking
asking for that
Yup.
for that specific bottle. But he liked this stuff, bro. He was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take this home, bro. I'm like, all right, go for it, man. That bottle's yours, player.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, man, that was a good time, dude. That last month was just bangers when it comes to the type of guests we had on the podcast.
Yeah, man, it was top tier, man. We are in so much knowledge, so much talent, and they were just open books. They weren't even afraid to tell the ins and outs of everything they do. So like,
How dope is that?
that is so dope. Like, I mean, a lot of people like to move in the shadows and do their thing and then not speak on it, but like they were speaking on it, like it was already coming to fruition and they were already like talking about it. So like, mad respect to all those guys. I mean, 500 miles to Memphis, Sunday drives. You know, Noah Smith, like everybody that was on the podcast, along with the like Drake Kirkpatrick and Travion Williams. Like all these guys are just open books, and
Yeah,
like
bro.
that's just a great month of great podcast content. Check it out. Previous episodes.
Yeah,
Solid
bro,
stuff.
we're 166 deep, bro.
Man.
We've got, and each podcast is close to 3 hours, if not more.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of downtime for the fans to be able to
Yes.
check all that stuff
A lot
out,
of good,
bro. For sure.
a lot of good content. A lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking though, man, it's like, you know, those 3 hour podcasts, bro, they're so hard to sit down and listen to, right? Like even, you know, when I go to listen to Joe Rogan, it's like I've got to make sure that like I catch it at like 10 a.m. so I can put it in the ears,
Right.
and then I can
Get
listen
all
to it
day.
on the way to work, and
Yeah.
then, you know, because by the time like 1 o'clock rolls around, we've got buddies popping in and everything, so I've got like one headphone out, one in, you know, trying to do all my printing and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But it's like those 3 hour podcasts, bro. Like that's the fuel for me, bro. Like I'll put the earbuds in and I'll just get to work, and it's like, you know, you're just listening to someone else's conversation,
Yeah.
which is dope. But it's like one of those things where it's like, are we doing too much by the 3 hour podcast, or do we need? I really think that we need to get somebody to come in, or we need to take the time and do it ourselves to break down and do snippets of our podcast,
Yes.
because like there's a lot of stuff that we talk
Highlights.
about, bro. Like for instance, Travion Williams talking about his OnlyFans, and he dropped it on our podcast. He's like, I'm the first athlete to have an official OnlyFans account, and for that to be released on our podcast, bro, it's like this is the type of shit that KFC Barstool picks up and goes, hey,
Yes.
this is the news going on here in Cincinnati,
Yep,
right? So it's
100%.
like it's got to be our due diligence to like chop up the podcast, the 3-hour conversation that we had, and then break it down so people can listen to the little snippets, and then they can go, okay, I liked what they were talking about, so I'm gonna listen to the 3-hour podcast now.
I actually found a website. I was scrolling on Instagram, and it's this guy that puts out like little videos about like certain websites and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually found this website where you can take the podcast and
Did you
put it
show
through
me this already?
I'm not sure. I can't remember.
I think
But
you're
I can show you
talking
again
about it
if I-
because
you know what I'm saying?
because it was genius, bro. Because what it does
Slashes
is
it down in snippets.
yeah. So does it like I've seen one before where you know when I'm talking it'll like auto generate that it knows that it's this camera, so it'll go on me, and then when you're talking it'll auto generate and go on your camera. But I wonder with everything going on. Like once the podcasts are on YouTube, you know, you've got your highs and lows, right? Like every time you're on YouTube, as soon as they're about to get to the juicy stuff, a commercial plays, right? Like right before they're about to say that name that you've been waiting for 10 minutes, a commercial will come on because they know that that's like the climax of the podcast. So I wonder if what you're talking about has something where it sees the highs and lows and then can just kind of snip it right there and just see like when the boys are laughing or when there's a bunch of people talking, like the momentum is higher.
Yeah, it's something like that, and it's like you But the good thing about the great thing about it is like once you put the video in and it starts making the snippets, it has like about 10 different snippets, and you can choose which one. And then I think
What's going on, family? How are you
What's up?
guys?
I think it's got like 10 different snippets, and I think it has like a score meter on it that shows you the relevance of like, I think it has something to do with like the SEO and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they let you know like if you use this be more relatable to, you know, like
So that makes sense. So
I'm
it's
gonna show
actually
it to you. I'm gonna show it to you.
because you know now like with the way that auto generated closed captions are working, it's insane. Like a lot of our podcasts go live and they've already got the closed caption below it without having to render it and understand what we're
In real
doing,
time,
which is crazy to think that it's come that far where you don't have to take the footage, drop it into something, and then it pulls all the verbiage out and then spits it back as letters, right?
Right.
To think that it does it at real time now is crazy. So, you know, for something like that, I could see SEO working because that's something that, like, you know, we start talking about Elon Musk, and all of a sudden it's catching those phrases and then going, oh, here's a relatable topic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here's a key word.
Keywords.
It looks for those keywords. Just
I wonder if that's how it works. But if it doesn't, that's a $1 billion idea because there's content creators out there like, you know, we need a 16-year-old in here that knows how to cut and paste these video content, and a 16-year-old can do it way better than a 30-year-old could because they were born into it.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
right, for sure.
It's like second nature to these kids, man, to be able to go in and cut everything up, and all of a sudden you've got like a 15 or 30-second video that has some good content to it because they cut out all the bullshit and they just put just the
just the meat of the
just
meal.
the meat, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive, man, to see what these kids are doing these days and how, you know, how the adults still don't get it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, so I'll be in here working whatever, and you know, on Sundays a lot of older people come to the levee for whatever reason, and I'll come in and like, you guys are so good at that technology, and I'm like, and I've had the conversation a lot, and I'm like, well, I mean, it's never too late to learn. You may not be as proficient as, say, me or, you know, someone even younger, but like, it's never too late to learn, to improve on the technology because you have your phone in front of you. You can practice, you can work on it. It's something you can get quicker at. But when it comes to their age, their second nature so much, like, this isn't about phone proficiency. This is about effectiveness. This is about how quick they work because it is in their second nature. It isn't a third nature. You know what I mean? It isn't something that someone is learning later on in life. They have just grown into it since like we were younger. Like when I was in high school, Facebook and the iPhone first came out, and we've gotten good at it. But a lot of these, I mean, everyone after that point were born with the iPhone. You know what I mean? Born with it as just a regular thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've got the original iPhone, bro. I've got the iPhone 1.
That's crazy.
Still at my
With,
house.
like the little silver back.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
still works too, bro. Like they built that thing where you could just drop it. Look at how cute that little dog is, bro.
No.
He's got a half black face on too.
It's cute. It's a cute pup.
Yeah, dogs at the levee, bro.
Dogs at the levee.
That's one of the best parts about this place, man. Is you're able to bring dogs, cats, as long as they're on a leash. Bring them down. We got water for you. We got the whole nine.
Yeah, this weekend actually. Speaking of that,
Tell me there was a cat on a leash, bro.
no cats
Oh
on
my
leaches.
God.
No cats on leashes. But I did.
Somebody bring a cat down, and we want
I
to
would
film
love
it.
that. I would love that. I will film it. I took some pictures of these dogs. These two. They were just walking from Newport Dog Park, and they had 3 dogs with them, and they all just dove into our bowl.
Oh,
They
yeah.
literally they stayed here. They drank the rest of the water. I had to fill it back up.
There you go.
It was pretty. I mean, and the day before, some lady's like, "I've been looking all around for water. There's no water bowls anywhere here except ours."
Yep.
So like,
And that's high purified H2O
Yes, it
too.
is.
That's straight out of the
water fountain.
Yeah, with the which is they actually like the water fountain we use is a purified one,
do.
so it fills up a 20-ounce bottle for you, which
Yep.
is super cool that the levee has that down here, and it's super cold water, super crisp. Yep.
Oh, you talking about over there by the bathroom?
Yeah,
You press your
bro.
finger. Oh, okay.
That one,
okay,
yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
that's
Okay,
nice.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
nice
so
water.
so if you can take like a 20-ounce bottle and just put it under there, and it'll fill it up 20 ounces for
Yeah,
you. Like it's legit, bro.
Yeah, I've noticed they added a water area downstairs or something. The water fountain by the parking garage, was that always there?
Yeah, it's
They added that recently.
on
by
the right hand
bu-
side.
Yeah, was that always there?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I feel like I
Roto fountain? Yeah, you just don't. You
I didn't
probably never
notice
pay
it.
attention to
I didn't
it.
even notice it, and I was like walking the day. I was like, that's not new, is it? Because they upgraded this one, so I wasn't sure if they upgraded everything else. Because they upgraded by the bathrooms is
Mhm.
nicer than when we first moved in here. They're upgrading stuff slowly around here. The water fountain over there, it's they have a
Yeah,
better
yeah, yeah.
one. Yeah, they're slowly upgrading, and then the
So-
one downstairs
That's always
by the
been
parking
there.
garage.
It's been there.
I've never used
I
it.
promise you.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
just probably never. Like,
wasn't even paying attention to
I
it.
never noticed it
for
either.
real.
I didn't
It's the same one here that's downstairs.
It's not like this. It's just a normal one downstairs.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't even notice that. I was walking out the other day, and I was like, I gotta get a drink here. I had a double take, and then that was it. Maybe just brain fart on me. But like downstairs by the parking garage, there was one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing some good work here, bro. We've
They
got
are.
this week we've got 16 lots opening up next door. So shout out to Del Hall. They'll be open on Friday, right? May 19th is what they're shooting for.
Yeah, they're doing a soft opening first with all friends and family. We're invited to join, and that is Thursday.
Quit bragging, dude. There's so many people watching right now, and now you're bragging.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
they're invited too. Let's come on, come
No,
and join us.
I'm here for it, bro.
Listen.
I'm definitely getting in there before everyone else.
I'm excited for the like from scratch kitchen.
I might
I'm-
bring,
I'm
I might
ready
bring
for
We're
my
gonna
pops.
have to smoke a cigar over there too, man.
Yeah.
Just to have a cigar smoking on the levee. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a cigar smoker.
I
but
can't do those. I tried once and it was a bad experience.
I might
Yeah.
bring my dad. His birthday's on the 18th.
Hey,
Oh,
okay.
dude, that'd be dope,
Big
man.
Curtis.
Yeah.
And does he live here in Cincy?
Now he stay closer towards Dayton.
Oh, okay.
Ohio.
That's not far though.
That's
Man,
not
bring
far.
him down, bro. That'd be
Let's go.
dope to meet Pops, man. That'd be super cool to meet him. He's probably my age, right? I'm like the old cat of the bunch here, bro. Every time I meet your old parents, I'm like, oh shit, I got more in common with their dad than I do him.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that's part of being growing up. You get that wise man. You know what I mean? You get older, and all of a sudden you start talking to people and you start relating. And you're like, man. Then you talk to someone like way younger, and you're like, I can see the difference
Yep. Yeah.
instantly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. That's growth.
It's always weird seeing a younger cop pull you over. That's the strange thing in my life is like getting pulled over by a police officer that's younger than you. You're like, what?
Right.
Like when I was in my 30s, I'm like, this isn't right, bro. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be out here doing
You
this.
shouldn't be. Yeah. Right. Are you mature enough?
Yeah.
What? You give authority?
All right, bro. John Morant, what do you think?
Oh man, not a smart
Oh
decision.
man, you just switched us on it. Okay. What do I
I
think?
threw you a quick curveball,
Yeah.
bro, because this dude's playing with fire, man. He's losing. He's what does he have? 261 million on the table or something like that.
Yeah. So respectfully, dude's acting like an idiot, man. He's acting like a fool. Like the people that he's around, life is about company you keep. You know,
For sure.
So when your friends are in the car and like, okay, he has a gun. He didn't break any laws. He didn't do anything unlawful when he was in that vehicle.
Does he have a carry and concealed?
My understanding, he didn't break any law wherever he's at. I don't think he. I mean,
My whole deal with this situation
his
is
friends
that
need to improve.
my whole deal with this situation, his friends, number one, I'm
They're
gonna start off with them
they're
first.
going
I'm
live.
gonna start off with his friends first. First of all, like your friend is playing in the NBA. You know, put the phone down. Everything ain't gotta be broadcasted. Everything got to be broadcasted on Instagram Live to look cool and all this other stuff. The second thing,
That's homies trying to get clout for
and
what
exactly.
you do.
that's messed up and that's selfish.
100%.
And even off of that, it's like you can't. It's a difference. All right, so like you got rappers and then you got like athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of look up to each other in a certain type of way,
For sure,
but they
yeah.
play different roles. Like it could be, I guess
Different
being
lanes, same highway.
Yup.
Yeah, like I guess like it could
True.
be acceptable, I guess, for a rapper to do it because that's just how hip hop is. All
Culture.
you know what I'm saying? That's
Culture,
how
yeah.
hip hop is. You feel me? But like as an athlete, you can't do that. As kids watching you, you're a role model.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not,
Yep.
you're a role model, and you got to just be responsible.
You're not only you're a
responsible.
role model, but you're performing for a major company, right? Like the NBA is top tier, bro. It's like, when it comes to the music industry, like you got a little bit of leeway because you could be independent, you could be you might not have people to look up to, right? Or to
basically, there's no bosses above you. Where the NBA not only has the bosses on the ownership and like just NBA's staff, but like the bosses are the fan base and the kids and the young people. And when you are flashing weapons, like he says, you're influencing. But this is an international sport, so not only are you looking at the inside, it's making the United States look foolish, man. It's making the United States basketball players like, what are they doing over there? What's happening? Like, this is an international league. We have to remember that we represent, or they represent the world. So we as consumers of that, they have to answer to these people. And like you said, musicians, artists don't have that. They're independent. They're sometimes their whole thing is being edgy and being, that kind of like, oh, I do what I want. I'm free thinking. I'm free action, whatever the case may be.
It's not like that when you're an athlete.
Exactly. You're
And-
under the umbrella of the NBA, and you got to act so.
And his friend, and then his friend, I don't think his friend knew he was gonna do it because his friend was on
dropped
live.
the
He
phone
dropped his
real
phone
quick.
real quick.
Yeah.
But it
Right.
was just that split second, and that's the internet.
Yes.
That's
Bro,
the
and
internet
that's-
because
and it was-
people be what they call it, where you
screenshot real quick, like
but not screenshot, where you can like say if there's a video playing on Instagram and you want to take you want to get that whole video and
Screen-
you press the
screen
button.
record?
Screen record. That's what
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yes.
think of it first. But yeah, that's all it take, a screen record and a screenshot away, and then boom. And I guarantee you that's what happened.
It's literally
for
what's
sure,
happening.
because you can tell that he dropped the phone real quick, and it was like the screenshot wasn't. It was kind of blurry because you can tell that it was like,
But you saw it.
yeah. but what's he doing, bro? Like they're just wilding out to music. Like what's the reason to pull out the gun to find to
Exactly. I'm just
unless
like, bro,
you're
you ain't even gotta do all
Yosemite
that, bro.
Sam, bro, put him away.
You ain't even gotta do
Right.
all that.
You don't
No,
have to do
bro.
all
You
that.
gotta do all
Doing the
that.
most, man. And like,
But-
he doesn't need the clout. He is clout.
Yeah.
He is a living, walking clout. When he jumps up in the basketball, people watch. I don't care who he's playing. If it's a Tuesday night playing in Orlando against the worst team with all the people playing on the bench, as soon as he jumps up to dunk, he's on SportsCenter top 10 every time.
You know,
I've got-
you know
he
who
doesn't
needs to
need
talk
it.
to him?
Who?
Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, yes.
That's who needs to talk to him.
Yes. That's
Gilbert Arenas.
go off on that. Like, why do you think? Why would you say that?
'Cause he went through this similar things.
Yeah.
Similar things.
He did.
How-
That's
how
what
old is
messed
Ja?
his career up at with the Wizards.
Ja
He's
is
like
He's still
23,
young. He's
right?
like 23.
23.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like you don't want to see your career like go. Man, come on, man.
Oh, it's about to. He's about to find himself. I mean, suspended for. I mean, who knows how long? He could be the whole season, or could I think about 20 to 25 games.
25 games, yeah.
That's what I think it should be. He didn't break any laws.
I think it's going to be less than that. I think
think so?
I think the reason why they said he's suspended indefinitely because the season's already over for him. So, they've got 3 months to let the smoke clear.
Okay. that's
And
what you're saying.
then put him on a probation period, right? But
Yeah.
but here's what he
It's
needs
a
to do,
second
bro.
offense, though.
Yeah.
That's where I'm
but
The first
second offense of what? Of having a gun.
on live.
But nah,
of being caught having a gun.
but they really got to talk to him this time because it's like, all right,
but he
happens
went
the
through-
third time.
he was going through
Third
therapy,
time
though.
it might
He was
be
going
the
through
end.
therapy.
I've got
so-
the resolution for him, bro. The dude's making $261 million a year, or $261 million in his contract or whatever. He's obviously making buco bucks, and he wants to have that thug mentality, bro. Hire a bodyguard, hire somebody that's 330 pounds, 6'4", that can legally carry a concealed weapon, and let that be your clout, bro. Like instead of you pulling out the gun and showing everybody that you got it, show that you've got somebody protecting you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you don't have to carry the pistol, bro, to feel safe.
Right.
You got 261 million, and the fact that you wild out like that, it's just gonna make other people just question you even more, and you're gonna end up like Pop Smoke, bro, where you know someone's gonna come after you because they know that you're on this fuck shit, and that you know they can do something about it.
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas and Allen Iverson, they should both talk to him.
Yeah, bro.
Allen
AI for
Iverson,
sure.
because AI was like when he was coming up, he was one of those guys that kind of like was the trendsetter of how, you know, players rocking jerseys before the game,
Mama
the
fixing the braids during the middle of the game, bro.
Oh, that's legendary.
I saw that video on Mother's Day, and I'm like, that is the shit.
That's
like
legendary.
He's sitting on the bench, bro, and Mama Iverson's just behind him, just fixing the braids for him.
Sick.
Shit's fire, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That's teamwork,
It
bro.
don't get no down to earth than that.
Yeah.
No, hell no, it doesn't, bro. My mama's at the game, sitting front row, right behind me, cleaning up my braids. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, them two, they should both talk to him about this situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's your
I
second
wonder-
strike, bro. Like the third strike, it might not be so pretty, bro. Like
No,
It
it's
could be
definitely not. You know, but that's the. I think that's the leniency with the NBA, bro. He didn't do anything. It's not like he's fighting people. It's not like he.
Break any laws, nothing. Like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, he's breaking laws by carrying a gun, because I'm sure he doesn't have a carrying conceal, because. I mean, I don't know the
My understanding,
ins and
he
outs,
did
but
not. That was what they were reporting. He didn't break any laws, so his suspension is just the NBA's reaction for.
could you lose your carrying concealed by being an idiot with it? You know what I mean? By flashing the gun around. Like, obviously, if I'm driving down the street and I'm pointing the gun out of my car at other people because of
That
road rage,
Definitely is breaking. I would
That's-
say, but he didn't do that.
even if I
so-
have a carrying concealed, I would assume I would be able to lose it
Endangering
because
public.
yeah,
yeah, for sure, 100%.
menacing.
Menacing. Yeah, if you're waving a weapon out, like that's for sure. But my understanding, it's literally the NBA. Like, so where you're at with the lesser suspension, it could definitely be the case because of that reasoning. Because it's in house with NBA. There was not a lot that really transposed on a legal matter. So
Right.
like the smoke will clear, and people have short memories. All it takes is one big dunk video in the off season from John
bro,
Moran, and
bro,
people
they're in the
I
middle.
don't know.
They're in the middle of the playoffs right
They
now,
won't
bro.
forget. They won't forget. They won't forget. But
They'll forgive.
They do forgive,
They'll forgive.
and they do forget to a degree. They do. Their memory is a little hazy sometimes on some of these guys' actions. I mean, we're letting people in the league in the NFL that have done some pretty like ridiculous stuff, and we just kind of like throw it under the rug and we move on, and that's just society as is.
I feel like all these businesses now are just like, let's see if it causes controversy. If it doesn't, we'll just, because Nike's a prime example, bro, of Tom Sachs. So Tom Sachs, he's come out with the Mars Yards. He's got some really famous shoes that, I mean the Mars Yard ones, you can buy them now, but they're like $9,700 to buy these shoes. $9,700, bro. That makes
$10,000 after tax.
that makes Travis Scott's shoes look retainable, right? Like oh, I can buy these because these Tom Sachs shoes are 10 grand. But Tom Sachs had a rape room, and he had like swastikas all around his office, and like all of his employees were talking about like a hostile work environment. Like, he yells at people, he throws shit at people, and like some of the employees actually went to HR, and they were like, you know, Tom threw this glass bottle at me, and it broke like up against the wall, and like HR was like, well, thank God it didn't hit you, did it? And like, thank God. You know, and so all these rumors are coming out about Tom Sachs and how he's, you know, this like
man.
yeah, bro. But it's like, but Nike didn't respond to it. They didn't say, hey, Tom Sachs is blah blah blah. They just kept their mouth shut, and they wanted to see what happened with it. And so since they didn't say anything, and it kind of died off, like it was up in the news, and then it just, you know, they were talking about it on Complex Sneakers podcast and all that stuff, and it got to the point where he's still releasing shoes, bro. Like Nike's still gonna release the Tom Sachs casual general purpose shoes, which he dropped at like Kohl's, which is like pretty insane to think, because this is the dude that he drops shoes and then they resell. So he wanted to make these general purpose shoes that anybody can buy for like $90 or $110, and he surprised everybody by dropping them at Kohl's, bro, instead of Foot Locker.
So you can buy them with Kohl's cash.
You can buy them with Kohl's cash,
Wow.
but there was only certain Kohl's you can go to. Like there was,
Wow.
I think the closest one was like within 60 or 70 miles from here, and I was thinking about driving out there to get it, but it was one of those things, bro, where like now he's under the spotlight, but Nike, they were just quiet as a church, bro. They didn't say anything. They didn't respond to it. They didn't come out and say, you know, oh, we're cutting him or we're suspending him or, you know, the deal is up in the air. They just stayed quiet and just released last week that they're still going to release the general purpose Tom Sachs shoes. So it's one of those things, bro, where like obviously if you've got something that's labeled a rape room, you know what I mean, and you're an owner of a company, and if that shit got blown under the rug because of the fact that Nike didn't hit it head on and say, hey, we're dropping him, because, you know, that's one of those things where it's like if you sometimes it backfires if Nike goes, hey, we're cutting ties with Tom Sachs because we don't believe in that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, the real sneakerheads are going, what the fuck? Like, these Tom Sachs shoes were fire. Like, this is what, you know. But you never know with this cancel culture, bro. Like, what comes through and then what dies off. It's like, you know.
Right. I mean, I would say Travis Scott is the perfect example of cancel culture. People literally died at his event, and he's still at the top of Spotify. He's still at the top of everything, YouTube, everything. There's no stopping of his.
I mean, he definitely lost some cheddar though.
Did lose some cheddar, but
Cacti, bro, Cacti.
To get canceled though, where you're now like, I mean, we've taken all Travis Scott out, but he still remains. I mean, but people literally died. A 10-year-old boy died at his event, and he was able to withstand that.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's not directly his fault, but like cancel culture works in the most mysterious ways, and
you don't know what hits and what doesn't, bro. You just gotta sit back and just hope that it's not your time.
It's not your time. And his time came in front of him. Judgment called, and pass go, man. Continue on doing your thing, and let's see what cool merch you come out with next. And like that's it. And that's, you just never know, which is terrifying in a sense, but at the same time, like, it is what it is. The internet is a powerful place, and it can do everything from good to bad. So you just gotta watch what you're doing and watch the moves you're making.
Yeah.
And in the case of Ja Morant, to go back real quick, that's the same thing. Is like the internet, like if a rapper waves a gun around and they're doing it in music videos and whatever, like no one bats an eye. But as soon as an NBA player goes on live stream, and it isn't even him waving around a music video, it was out for a half a second till the guy who's filming, for whatever reason, why he's filming, I don't know, clout, like you said, but like it's for one half a second, and now every sports, we're talking about it. Like everyone's talking about it.
So whose fault is it? Was it Ja Morant's, or was it the guy that was filming live?
I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I can about this. His friend, because you know the first video started out when he was just dancing on the car. Now they just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They just having fun. It's on Ja, man. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't have to pull it. Like he just didn't have to pull it out.
Yeah.
Period. Like, bro, like just it's not that deep, bro. Like you ain't like, bro.
It's
on him, bro.
Pull out a stack of cash, bro.
I'd rather him do that.
Pull out a stack of cash.
I'd rather him do that.
Yes.
Flaunt that instead of like, and that's like and I agree with you guys, man. It's definitely Ja's fault. Like, obviously the dude that's filming everything shouldn't be filming. Like when we've got celebrities in here, we don't pull out the phone and go live and do all that shit, bro. Like we keep it on our chest, right? So for him to be filming the stuff, you know, that's him clout chasing, but like Ja pulled it out. it's not like it was in his
And
hand
his friend didn't know,
before
his
the
friend didn't even
video.
know he was
Like,
gonna do it. That's why he dropped the phone.
yeah, bro.
He was literally like, yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, just like you can just. It was nothing but shoulder,
bro, what you
bro.
doing? bro? Like-
But I will say too, him going live. I really have no problem with.
That's just
with,
that's the younger generation.
I
They
have no-
going live.
Right. I have no problem with dude going live. That
Yeah.
like, let's not get it twisted here. Like, I don't have a problem with dude going live and getting clout because he's in the car with John Morant. John Morant looks over at camera first, if you watch it, and pulls it out. So he knows this is happening.
Yeah.
He's well aware that cameras.
Ain't no telling though. They could have been drinking.
Ain't no telling. Ja knew camera was out, man. He knew. I can't.
They could've been
I
drinking.
refuse to believe that he didn't know.
Ain't nobody
I
jumping
just-
on top of no car, dancing on top of a car sober. I'm telling you, they had to been.
But
drinking.
yes,
Oh,
but
for
the,
sure.
but the gun pull out was they were driving, man, and he saw the camera and he wanted to flex, and the flexing is the problem.
Yeah,
It's
it-
all he's trying to do is flex, and like I said earlier, like his flex is on that basketball court, jumping over humans, man, and dunking on LeBron and whomever's in his way. He's not afraid.
Where's he from?
Shit.
Where is John from?
If it's Chicago or Houston, I get it.
No.
Anywhere other than that,
That
I
is,
don't.
yeah.
That's the
That
thing,
is
though.
good
That's the
for
thing is, did you hear Shannon Sharp's take on it?
Mm-mm.
You know Shannon gonna have some.
Oh, he did.
Oh,
he
for
did.
sure.
He did definitely. And Shannon's like, he's like, I know that lifestyle. I know people that didn't make it out of the lifestyle. Like,
He's from Louisiana
I'm-
or something, right?
yeah,
He's like from the South,
He's from definitely where it's hard. 'Cause
Alabama or
Yeah,
something.
he's like I know.
Alabama, I would know.
He's like
Oh,
I've seen that down that level. He's like, and Ja doesn't even show he's at the level. He's not that. He's like he doesn't like that. It seems like it's fake. See ya. Bye.
Bye.
He's
like-
from South Carolina.
Okay.
Ja or Shannon.
Yeah, Ja.
Ja. Okay.
Yeah, he's from
So,
South Carolina.
but the thing is he's like Shannon knows what that lifestyle takes and everything entails and whatever, and he's like, Ja doesn't know it like that. The fact that he's doing that and flexing when he doesn't need a flex, like go down to the real like gangbangers in the hood like that, like go there and experience that, and then let's come back and talk. Like, don't be that person that's flaunting because you can afford it. We know you can afford it. You've got the stack in cash. You've got it. You don't need to. There's no reason to be that way. You're a professional athlete. And when Shannon Sharp's saying this, he's saying it with his chest, and I believe every word, because at the end of the day, like, Shannon's been there, done that, and Ja's zero to prove. Ja needs to win a playoff series. Ja needs to be focused on scoring as many buckets as possible and making his team better, because when he was off the court, his team played better than when him on the court. So until he gets better at that, man, he needs to keep the firearms away, get out of the car and get on the basketball court, because, man, like, this ain't no time to
that
be.
ring up.
Yeah, bro.
Being on live, like, hey.
Exactly. Flex
So
with
I
the
didn't-
ring, bro. Flex with the
So-
ring.
So I didn't know that. So the team did better without him.
Yeah.
Need to be a team player, bro.
He's just a highlight.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, when you go to buy a ticket, you don't go to buy the supporting cast. You go to buy see John Morant, even though the team may not be as good, because so players get like plus minus how well they do while they're on the court compared to when they're off the court. It's like a common stat. And when he goes off the court, and when he was hurt and he was out for suspension for a gun on IG Live, his team played better. When he gets back on the court, Sports Center top 10 every single night. They're not on the Sports Center top 10 when he's off the court.
Right.
Not at all. They don't. No one's hearing about the Memphis Grizzlies. But when he's on the court, bro, all over top of Sports Center. So that tells you, all right, you're a show. You're the circus. You're here to show us a good time. But the team isn't winning like that. You know what I mean? So, like, he needs to find his place on the team and get back in the gym, because this whole IG Live thing he's doing, man, he's going to see his career come and go. We love to see it, but we saw Derrick Rose come and we saw Derrick Rose go. And Derrick Rose is trying to keep his head above water, you know, New York Knicks and all that. And, like, he's still a thing of the past. We saw an MVP come and go, and John Morant's the same. He's
Derrick
literally
Rose
the same.
His situation was an injury.
100%.
you
But
know
I'm
what I'm
saying, like, his injury, John Morant's going to have the same kind of injury. He's bouncy like that. He's going to jump one day and he's going to run into the wrong guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Derrick Rose's shoes are the same weight as our T-shirts, bro. That's why he fucking rolled his goddamn ankles.
Yeah.
It's the lightest shoes in the NBA. They were like 8 ounces or something.
Something like that.
bro,
Yeah,
he could
something
fly.
crazy, bro.
He could fly. He can fly. He could literally do.
Yeah, and then
nuts.
land on these little
Yeah,
8-ounce shoes
right.
and roll your ankle, bro.
True.
Like,
True. No, I don't disagree.
Adidas fucked him up, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's just Derrick Rose. We didn't see much talent like that, but it just came so fast and it went so fast. He was gone. He would still be in the. He still is in the league. And think about it, he's still in the league, but he's nowhere near what he was. So can you imagine if he didn't get hurt?
Ain't no telling what
We
he
be
could have
talking-
did if he ain't never
Bro,
got injured.
Multi MVP, like.
Kanye mentioned him in a song.
Mhm.
That doesn't happen unless you're the top of the food chain, bro.
Well, he
Yep.
also from
Chicago.
He from Illinois.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like Chicago has been like, man, what is it? Fiending for the next Jordan type of person. You know what I mean? They're just waiting for the next thing. Like you've had Jordan, you got the best dessert, the best meal of you got the whole meal with everything you'd ever want, and then you're down to nothing. Derrick Rose comes into the league, you see those stars, and then he gets hurt, and then he doesn't play any more full seasons for the rest of his career.
Right.
And then now the Bulls are kind of like, what is it, Zach LaVine? All right, they had Jimmy Butler, but like, I mean, it's like Jimmy Butler even saw it. The Bulls aren't the same, so like they
Jimmy
are.
Butler's like, get me out of here.
Yeah, but now he's still in the playoffs with the Heat, so like the Bulls are looking for that kind of thing. So with Derrick Rose going out, and now the Grizzlies seeing this kind of light of day, and they're trying to see the top of the pyramid and trying to be there, at the top, and then John Morant does this. So like you're investing in these guys. There needs to be some.
He's
serious
young though, bro. 23 is so young
That's
so
to
young.
be an adult.
He just got to mature up
to
a
give him
little
adult. Yeah, yeah.
bit. I think that's what it's going to come
But
down to.
I really think it comes down to them going into the league so quickly. Because when you get an NFL player going to the league, those guys are becoming men because they're in at least the college ranks for 3 years usually. And so like that's the case. And that's 3 years of development in a hard system. College isn't easy. Like people think like, oh, I'm gonna get through college. No, these guys are college athletes are the real deal. They're working very hard an endless amount of hours to just get a chance to get drafted. Where the NBA is like, I can play one and done. I can, I don't know, maybe try, and I'm going to get drafted because I know I'm talented. The football players have to keep fighting. I mean, obviously, Jamar Chase took that last year off. He's an exception. But, like, most of those guys, they have to work until they're risking everything, putting their lives on the line just to try to make an NFL contract. The basketball players get a much looser, softer lifestyle, and they still get to the pros.
Yeah.
And they're not developing mentally and physically the same as the football players. I think there's a dynamic there. I think the NBA players are going way too quick. This one and done system. I mean, I used to say that they should go right from 18, but not everyone's LeBron. Not everyone is these guys that are able to go right out of high school. It just isn't realistic. So, I mean, it's a fine line, but do you make the NBA go 1 year later until they can enter the league? I don't know. It's
They
something
won't. They won't.
They
do
won't
that.
do that. They won't do that. But it's talk. There are talks.
Right.
There's talks of it. It's not off the table. But like,
I mean,
But you
imagine.
never know
Imagine
now with
how.
the NIL, what it is, the
NIL,
NIL,
yeah.
the NIL. So maybe things could change because
They
that was
can
the
make
whole
money.
that was the whole purpose
weren't
of
making
players
money.
leaving after the first year in the first
they
place.
weren't making money.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Because they, family. You don't know
You
how
gotta feed.
people's families is.
You twist
know
an
what I'm
ankle and now you're pretty much out.
saying? But now it's like,
Like,
they
yeah.
get these partnerships and endorsement deals and they getting paid and stuff like that. So now it's
Yep.
like, okay,
College is gonna be different. Yeah.
You're good now. So now you can go
These
ahead and stay
companies
and get your degree.
because they get to them early, and they're like, I'm going to follow you into the pros. You're going to be grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Let's get you early. You know what I mean? So
I wonder if they've got long-term deals that'll end up fucking that over in the long run. Like, like somebody like New Balance coming in and grabbing a John Morant that's in college right now and saying, hey, we're going to give you a lifelong contract. And then what if he does become the next Jordan, right? But he's suckered into this New Balance deal that he signed when he was 18, and now he's 22, and he's the top of the food chain, and Nike wants him, but he's signed this lifelong deal with the smaller company, right?
okay,
I mean, I wonder.
interesting take there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's
I
something
mean,
to think about.
from what you're saying, it makes total sense, bro. Like like we were talking a couple months ago on the podcast. We were talking about how.
They love it.
Yeah, we were
Come
talking,
talk.
We were talking about how I lost my train of thought. We were talking about how
Long-term contract, 18, New Balance, Nike might want them. They signed a deal too early.
appreciate you for remembering everything I was just talking about.
Okay, you were just saying it, so
Yeah.
I got
I
you.
don't know. It is what it is, man. It's one of those things where you've got these fucking teenagers, bro, that are sitting here, and you've got a chance to either do another year of college, which is gonna like, you know, it's a full year, bro. It's a full year, and you've got to study. You've got exams, this whole thing, or just jump into the NBA and be an instant millionaire. You know what I mean? It's a tough decision to make, right?
I think that the NIL makes this decision a little bit easier.
100%.
So, because that NIL is kind of like their like taste of the next level, I think that it can keep an athlete in line, because if the NIL company that's paying them says you have to keep in line in order to get this money, that year of college is going to be their focus. They won't worry about grades. I'm not worried about them studying. If they're going to be one and done, unless you're like going to go back and get your degree, which players are doing.
Professor Williams over here,
yeah.
Travion.
Dude, Jalen Hurts just went back and got his master's from Oklahoma. Just went back. He just was in the Super Bowl last year and just walked on that stage and got his master's degree.
That's super dope, bro.
That's so dope. That is so dope. That's what John Morant needs to be looking at.
That's some Coldplay shit.
Coldplay, for real. Like, he went back, he walked on that stage, there's video, all the proof in the world that Jalen Hurts, who just played in the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes, got his master's degree, and guess what? He's going to be way better off in life for it, even if he doesn't even use it. He's just, I did that, it's on that wall. Even if he doesn't get a Super Bowl, that's there. And John Morant's flashing guns in IG Live. Like, let's see the two different ends. Seriously, I mean, it is.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Does he have his mom and dad, John Morant?
I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, his parents. Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. I haven't heard anything about like the tragedy of anything. So
I wonder. I mean that's something I'd like to know, if he's got a father figure.
Yeah, maybe that might be something for sure. I mean, who knows how actually close they were? Who knows? Like, but he is literally walking clout. When he gets on a basketball court, he jumps higher and he runs fast. He does everything he needs to do.
Bro, he looks dope. He looks
great.
Dope at everything he does, man.
Right.
He needs to focus in and just understand that you've got the bag, bro.
You have it.
You've got it. Surround yourself by people that are going to make you better, not worse. Don't let the MC Hammer syndrome get you, bro.
Okay, yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm throwing references.
You are throwing
bro.
it. Yeah.
Did you get the Coldplay reference? So
I ain't get the Coldplay reference.
So the lead singer, what's his name, bro?
The lead singer is
I'm so bummed that I'm drawing a space right now on this.
Lead singer of Coldplay, and the internet's hating us right now.
Yeah. Anyways, bro,
yeah.
So he came out with the song
I'll
Yellow, right? Like the song Yellow is a major hit, and after that album, he took all of his money. He didn't take all of his money, but the first thing that he bought was singing lessons. Like, you already dropped a song Yellow that is fucking worldwide now, and the first thing that he does is he spends his money on singing lessons to get better at his craft, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the Coldplay shit.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, reinvesting in yourself. Man.
Yeah, I mean, like, same thing.
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin. There you are.
The most white normal name.
Right. Exactly. The same thing does apply to other genres of music. So there is a screaming coach, Melissa Cross, the Zen of Screaming. Anyone listening to this would know who she is if you like metal. But some of these metal artists that have been touring and screaming and doing their thing for a long time, they go to Melissa Cross to improve. And she, at one point, was like $900 an hour. She's $900 an hour, and these people that have already successfully made, like Lamb of God, like large artists, Memphis Mayfire, large artists have gone and seen her, and they've already toured. They've already been doing it. They've already released albums. They're already produced on a professional level, and yet they want to improve their craft and go to Melissa Cross so they can get better. That, and like there's a lot that have done it. That is something that in any industry you can definitely learn from it, because that tells you just because you're good, you can be better. And not only can you be better, you're willing to take criticism. You're willing to go to somebody and get worked on and strip down what you already know and get better, even though you've already made it.
How far
already
is that,
made
bro?
it.
And that's I appreciate you like breaking it down, because when you're Chris Martin, when you're Coldplay, when you drop a song like Yellow, you think that like this is it, bro. Like this is me.
Yeah.
This is my tone. I am the shit. So for somebody like him to listen to it and go, nope, I should tweak this. This could be better. This could be better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And then he follows through, bro. And they've done some fire stuff, dude. Do you know that one of the albums they dropped? This is something that you should do, bro, because this is so genius. So one of the albums that Coldplay dropped, their lyrics, they're all handwritten on notes. And what they did was they went around the entire United States and dropped the original lyrics in libraries and hidden books. So like, and then it was like a scavenger hunt, bro. So you could literally like, you know, they would drop something and say, hey, Cincinnati's library, blah blah blah. You know, Tom Kraft, and then you know you would go in there and look all the Tom Kraft books up, and then you'd find one, and then you'd open it up, and then there could be not only the original written lyrics for one of their songs on the new album, but 2 tickets to one of their concerts, like their last show.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
Like how fire is that, bro? That they went around and just as they were touring anyways, they just stopped by libraries and dropped the handwritten lyrics and some random books.
Genius, beyond genius,
Yeah, bro.
legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where tales are told. Like, that's super cool. And not only is it cool, it's also like an innovative, but it's also like putting you in a like futuristic thinking. So now you could do like they could do Coldplay scavenger hunts. They could reference back to it. They can build a whole business onto it. Like all because you took the extra step to be drop it in libraries of all places. And like yeah, they have a sophisticated sound. So people that listen to their music. I mean, growing up, I had a buddy that his favorite band was Coldplay, and he was all about reading. He was all about education, and he loved Coldplay. His whole family did. They always thought it was very like really like good, mature music, is what his mom said. So I love my kids listening to Coldplay. It's really good music, and I was more on the punk thing. She knew I was on the punk and metal thing, so she was like, no. So we listened to Coldplay growing up, and that was part of it. But like we played ping pong to Coldplay. I remember, as strange as that sounds, but that's the thing is. It's mature music, and they are just thinking ahead, and that is, I mean, you remember when like U2 put all their album on all our iPhones? Do you remember that?
I still got it, bro.
Yeah,
it's so
like,
annoying.
That's so annoying. Coldplay, learn from that. Don't do that. Like, why? Why put your like U2? I mean, like it gave a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, and Coldplay doing the exact opposite. They're trying to go viral, go unique, be different, but yet play music to the mainstream. Be that, because a lot of people are like, oh, Coldplay's just the average generic music. Like, no, man. Listen to his piano playing, listen to his voice, listen to the whole collection of music within it, and that is just an experience. But you have to vibe with it. You can't just assume just because it's music you hear all the time, because people hear it and it becomes a overplayed thing because that's what the radio does. But to become something that's overplayed, that's an impressive feat. Because you never get the chance to be overplayed. That is privilege. You know what I mean? Like someone complaining that you're overplayed. Think about that. It's overplayed. That's insane.
Some people have a hard time just trying to get played.
Exactly. Someone's trying to get views on Spotify right now and is excited that they hit the 100 views mark for this month. You know what I mean? And they're like, you know, playing on every radio station, and people are getting sick of it because it's overplayed. Like that is something that I don't know. It just there's something there, and Coldplay has. I mean, they've been playing since I was little, man. We were young.
I think that's kind of like what the same boat Drake is in too. Some people feel like Drake be on the radio too much.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of see like similarities in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he can come out with a song that's a 6 and it'll still be on the radio, bro. And that's just the nature of the beast, bro. You know, he's in that realm that's, you know, it doesn't matter what he puts out. It doesn't have to be a home run, but he's going to get airplay for it. I mean, it's one of those things like Dave Matthews, bro. Like,
it's another one. That's another.
Bro, the fact that Dave Matthews is popular as he is, because he's one of those guys that doesn't get radio time. Like, you never hear his music on the radio.
Yeah.
Unless it's like some alternative, like, like Northern Kentucky, university.
He's he's big in college radio stations. He's a big college
That's
artist.
what I'm saying. Yeah. But you won't find him on Q102 for some reason.
Right.
Why? You know what I mean? He's a staple. He's one of the, Just sells out
he's like
whenever he tours.
I would say him and ICP have like some of the biggest cult followings.
Oh, for sure,
You know,
bro.
because ICP, I put them at the top of cult following of a fandom that's
Bro, they got people drinking Fago.
yeah, and
Come on, dude.
and you
Talking about
literally
the
see
Insane
Running
Clown
Man.
Posse?
You see
Yeah.
You literally see Running Man tattoos on every.
Is that what it's called, the Running Man?
That's
okay.
yeah.
The dude, the butcher.
Yeah.
The Juggalo tattoos. Yeah, like
Juggalos, yeah.
Juggalo. Yeah, every like a lot of Juggalos that have tattoos, they all have the Running Man on them. I've seen it so many times in the store. People love to brag about it. Like it is what it is, and I'm open for it because like you're so passionate about it and you really need to get that on your body. That's cool. That's what's up. And in fact, we actually today.
Yeah, I was just
we
bringing
can-
up the photo, bro.
Let's we can transition here because we don't want to overplay.
Yeah, bro.
But,
So we have another fan that just got another
yeah.
native tattoo, bro.
Look at that. Native 513.
Is that like the city of Cincy?
He's got the city on the ankle.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
So yeah, so he's got the city of Cincy around the ankle. And he's got that native 513 wrapped around the top of the leg, bro.
He got that recently?
Yeah, he sent me that photo today at 2:00. So Josh Owens, my man, appreciate you for getting the tattoo, bro. You are going to get 40% off anything native for as long as we can make it happen, which is going to be super dope, man. So that's one of those things that we like doing here at the Levy. So if you are at Native, if you've got a reason to get a tattoo, 40% off all the Native clothes is a perfect reason to do it. So this is probably number 6 or 7 for the people who have gotten Native tattoos.
Yeah, I know at least a 4
Bro,
or 5.
it blows my mind. I sent that photo to my wife earlier, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's awesome." I'm like, it's so mind-boggling to me that people are wanting to get the Native tattoo or the eyeball tattoo or one of these logos that we designed. They want to get it on their body for life, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I
Still can't get over the ice cream cone on the nipple.
Yeah.
That tattoo, bro, is crazy.
I mean, like, not to make it personal, but like, there's ocean grit tattoos on people. There's at least 2 of them, and there's my lyrics on someone's arm. That when I felt that first experience, when he showed me the Mind Over Monsters lyrics, and I'm like, to this day I still think about it. I'm like, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Someone took my writing and they put it on their body, and they know me through the music and everything, but like they still put my stuff on their body for life. And I didn't have a 40% discount for them. I gave them a big hug. I was like, I can't believe this. This is me. Like, so like, it's just crazy to think about people doing that because they're so passionate and they vibe with us.
Yeah.
They vibe, they understand, they get it, and they're fearless. They're willing to do it, and I have all the respect for someone that's doing that, man. It's really pretty. It's humbling.
It is,
It's
bro,
humbling,
and
man.
it's not just like my dream or my ideas or designs, bro. It's like it's the way that me, you, Tyrell, and Yaman have leveled up this brand where people want to come in. They want, I mean, people come in here all the time just to sit here and hang out, not to spend money. They just like the vibe of the store, and that's because of the tribe, bro. Like everybody here levels this brand up to the point where they want that recognition or they want to be a part of the tribe, so they're willing to get those tattoos.
Yeah,
and it's like I said, man, it has a lot to do with the tribe that's here, not just the brand that we're promoting. Like, they believe in all that shit that we're doing. Bro.
It's a culture. It's a culture thing. I mean,
it's a cult, dude. It's a cult, and we're all gonna wear black Nikes, and we're all gonna drink some funny Kool-Aid.
Cult. You're right. The
I'm
culture,
here.
right? But that's the thing is like the
Haley's Comet, bro. Let's go.
There was a guy in this weekend actually.
Kurt has no idea what I'm talking about on Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet.
Yeah, there was this
That's
group called Heaven's Gate from like the mid '90s, bro, and they all drank this funny Kool-Aid. They all bought these Nike shoes, and they're expensive now, man, because all 30 people bought them, and they all wore these black Nikes with the white Nike swoosh, and they all killed themselves because there was a comet that was coming through.
Halley's
Comet was coming in, and the leader of this cult convinced everybody that if we drink this funny Kool-Aid, we're gonna be able to hop on this comet and zoom out of Earth. So like 30 people killed themselves. Like, yeah, bro, and like the photo is crazy because everyone's laying in these little bunks, right? Like these, the top bunk, bottom bunk. There's like 15 to 30 people all there. They all got black curtains over themselves, and just black Nike shoes. Everyone's Nike shoes are sticking out of the bottom of the bed, bro. And I'm thinking, man, this is the perfect opportunity, bro, for Nike just to come in and just say, just do it.
Just do it.
You know what I mean? Just like, oh man, that would be so great.
Oh.
Anyways, Hell's Gate, bro.
Hell's Gate.
It's a cult, and we're here for it.
We're for sure. But I was
not really.
Not yeah. But so this weekend, this guy comes in and he knows you from a lifetime ago, past whatever, and so he's talking to me, and he says that he's like, yeah, I've known Jay whatever for a long time, the stores whatever, and he's like, and this store is just the vibe, and it's just different from all the rest. And he's looking around, he's like, it's just different from all the rest. He bought a piece of merch and whatever, and I told him, he's like, what's your name? I was like, I'm Andrew. We've been doing this thing for a while now. It's definitely different. I'm involved now. We got a squad here, so it's a little different, and we've all made our imprint, whatever. And he's like, man, it's the coolest version of what he's done. And he's like still referencing you because he knows you from the past. And I was like, yeah, man, blah, blah. And then once he caught on that, like, there was other people involved, he's like, oh, so he started asking more questions. And I was like, yeah, man, like, we set this up to be something that's a little like, it's the mind that we've come up with in Jay's and mine and everyone's mind. We like in our squad, we threw it here and we put our personalities into it, and here we are. And he's like, man, I love you here. He's like, I'm definitely gonna come back. This is the best store Jay's done in a while. Blah, blah. I'm like, that's amazing to me, because he literally has said it experienced every previous store, and he didn't give me his name. He didn't say anything about that, but he's been following you since the very beginning. But like, he went to every single store, and he's like, this one is just the one he felt most comfortable in.
Yeah.
He felt like it was just, and obviously like it's a little bit bigger than most of the other situations. I mean, obviously Kenwood was a huge space, but like outside of that, like he was he was thinking back in front of me. He's like, that store was cool. This store, that was cool. Store found like all these places were cool, but this one, man, really outdid himself. Hell yeah. And I was very like, it took me back, and I was like, man, he was really recollecting thoughts in front of me about all the stuff he had experienced up until this point. And I was just, because like when he's talking to me, like I'm thinking like, yeah, man, we've put a lot of time in. He doesn't know any of our history. He doesn't know the story. He doesn't know anything about anything. I was a stranger to him, but he couldn't help but talk about it for about 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
It was great. I mean,
snap those pictures, bro, so I can see who you're talking about next time.
I was just, in the moment I said bye to him, he sat out here for a minute with some guys, but like, there's just a cool moment that someone's out here being so genuine and just giving the flowers, just because he just like is so amazed by what he's walking into, and he wasn't sure to expect. He just knew it was here. He saw native on there. He's like, man, okay, and then he came in. So like, I don't know about social media, where his algorithm's showing if you're on or whatever, but he was definitely the lights were on in his head, and he walked to the lab. He was taken aback, and I could see it in real time, and I could see how impressed he was. And that's someone that's been watching since, I mean, obviously the beginning.
That's awesome.
He mentioned every spot. So it was cool, and that tells me that the hangout culture. Because I even said, he was like, yeah, you could just sit here and chat and stuff. I was like, that's what the chair's for. Yeah. And like the chair next to the desk, and he was like, man. And
I low key missed that couch over there where the hats were, but you know.
Yeah, but we gotta make money in every avenue that we can, and that couch took up. It was kind of a catch-all, but I did love the couch. Yeah. It was nice for people.
Catch all the kids.
Catch all the kids. And
that's what it was. It was like we had that couch there, bro. People just come in. It was right underneath the two TVs, so where all the ponytail hats were. Yeah. We had the same couch that you're sitting on was over there, and it was just one of those things, bro, where like people would just come in and sit down and just spend all day.
All
That's
day.
what a couch do.
Bro,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. So,
Like
so
you walk
me,
into somebody's
me and
living room in
Andrew
their
were like,
house.
we love the couch, bro. But we're going to get rid of it. Like these
Yeah.
people are getting too comfortable up here.
Too comfortable. And I mean, I'm cool. I'm okay with like the granny, grandma watching their kid like go and shop and stuff. But like, that's not the case. It be those 16 to 17, 15, 16, 17-year-olds just
okay, I
sit
get
on the
you.
couch
Yeah.
and they just chill on their phones and mind us not. They just chill for an hour
You know
on the
what
couch
though?
and like
They're doing it in the back room now instead of sitting on the couch.
they're in the lab now doing the
white
same
room
thing.
is the new couch.
Yeah, but also I mean, I don't mind them sitting there until it starts affecting like people coming in the shop and they're making people uncomfortable because they're just sitting there on their phones and not even looking up.
For sure.
And then, but like, it's a hangout place. I mean,
That's what we built it for.
We built it for that.
Yeah.
Like that. There's only one time when I'm like if we're busy on a Saturday and where people are coming in and going and people come, like, I always think like, guys, read the room. You see a bunch of people in there shopping, hop up, come back when we're not as busy. But like, sometimes they don't get the message. But we built it that way. I want people to feel comfortable and hang out. I want people to come in here and feel like this is the spot that they're coming to after school. I want them to come here, and then as they get older, they're gonna start repping native, and before you know it, you're building lifelong fans, and they're gonna do some cool stuff. So not all of these people are gonna be doing basic jobs. They're gonna be doing some cool creative stuff. Some musicians are gonna come out of that. They're gonna be with us for a long time. Athletes. Like. And we're trying to set a good example. We're trying to better the community. So, like, we're trying to bring something to the table to benefit these young people. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the hangouts. It's just respect the lab, respect the establishment.
For all the young ones, that
Read
be
the
back
room.
there.
Read
For
the
all
room.
young
Bro, I love that you said read the room because it's so simple. Like it we should probably put it on the wall. Like read the room, dude.
Please, I would love that. That's a great idea. Read the room, or at least on a T-shirt.
Well, the younger kids.
I mean, that's
the
wordplay
younger
right there.
kids, they don't even like even when you say read the room. The younger kids, they don't really understand what you mean when you.
No,
say
they'll be
that.
looking around going, "What do I need to
What to
read?"
read? It says I found the
read the
lab.
room. They think you actually need to look at the walls and like
But that's
Yeah.
wordplay.
It's wordplay. I mean, yeah, but
It goes on both.
it's the writer in me. But like, it's
Or
the
you
thing
can
is
tell
like,
them to read the vibe.
read the
check
vibe.
check
Yeah,
the
yeah,
vibe or something. You know
Get
what
it.
I'm saying? Like the young kids, they saying vibe these days. So.
yeah, it is what it is. I mean, either way, like if you're sitting in that room and 10 people come in the shop, bet I'm getting up and leaving that room. I'm not staying. I don't care how old I am. If I see 10 people coming in and they're not my friends or my family and they're just people here to shop and you can tell they're walking in to do just that, I'm getting up and I'm walking right out that door and I'll come back to hang out another
I'll be right back.
time. Okay. Yeah, and like that's the thing is most young people, they're caught up in their own worlds. They're caught up in whatever they're doing on their phones.
Yeah.
They're not really worried about
It's mostly the phones.
the girls. Yeah,
It's the
exactly.
Phones. It's the phones.
Talking to the girls and boys, whoever they're
yeah.
seeing online, like whoever they're talking to, trying to link up down here on the levee or whatever they're trying to do. But they're just hanging out in the lab. I mean, they're hanging out in the lab for hours. I mean, the other day.
Yeah,
They were hanging out like 2 hours. They were hanging out in there, and like,
Hey, baby, when you get out of tutoring
Right.
class, come meet me at the white room, the lab.
the white room is
You know
pretty
what I'm
much
saying?
what it's being called on the
That's what they
daily,
call
as Yaman is saying. The white room is it's kind of becoming like a slang of it, and it's made its way the last 6 months. We've been talking about it since late last year, because we it's called the lab, right down here at Native on the Levee, Newport on the Levee, and it's becoming the white room. It just is. It is an all white room. It represents what we're creatively doing, what Jay experienced, and what we're going to in the future. And the future's this way, but it's got that street cred with that white room. I like it a lot. It's
What's that movie? What was it? Was it Click? That had Morgan Freeman and was it Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler. It's Click. Yeah.
I remember that one scene where it was an all white room. It was like Morgan Freeman in there. I think that's how. Is that how the movie went?
It sounds like Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, I think
That's
was it Bruce?
That's,
yeah,
yeah.
Bruce Almighty.
That's not Adam Sandler.
That's not. Who was it? Okay, so hold on. Bruce Almighty, because that's the one where they. Is that the one where they did the Ark? Like
Yeah.
the Noah's Ark.
Yeah, the Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey was in it. Bro, I ain't
And
seen
then-
that
and then
movie in
Steve
so
Carell-
long,
and then
bro.
Steve
I ain't
Carell.
seen that movie in a minute, so I'm trying to like
Yeah.
But like that's what resembles the what I'm saying, the White Room to me. That's what I think about.
Absolutely. Yeah, I also agree. 1 second. Talk about actually. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, that's the thing is like that experience the White Room that you're talking about with Morgan Freeman and all that, like that is we're trying to give that impression of we like it as like a Twilight Zone feel.
Oh, okay.
Like in Otherworld, people think of it as like an escape room, which it's not an escape room. You do purchase shirts and clothing and collectibles and stuff on the other end of the door when you get through the 7-Up machine, which I'm wearing currently. That is actually what I'm wearing. So we'll probably touch base when Jay comes back. But the merch tonight, wearing the "This Portal Does Not Exist" shirt with the X in the door, and
it's an escape room for the kids.
it's a skate room for the kids.
Because they get their escape reality when they
True.
leave school.
This is true.
They go back there.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
They get their escape reality.
Yeah.
That's their escape room.
Right. And like when they come out, I find myself saying welcome back to reality whenever they coming out of the lab. I'm like, welcome back to reality. Hope you had a good time inside the lab. I say that to pretty much every person that comes out of there, because to me, they are coming back to reality. They did go into another world. They did step into something that, messes with your senses, is bright, is something that they haven't experienced. So they are back to reality. They are coming back to the real world. Their shopping experience isn't done because they still can walk through the front end of the front of house. But it's like they are back to reality. They are going to tell people of the portal that they just entered. And the future is now, and they are seeing it in real time. And the reality is coming back to the black lights, back to all the graffiti, everything, come back to the streets. And that's what we want to experience. While they're in there, they're in this portal, they're in this other world. So it's definitely
Smoke machine needs to come back.
Smoke machine needs to come back.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we had a smoke machine that was inside the lab, and it would all just billow and stay inside there, which kind of made it more memorable for me, at least. Like, because when you walked out of the lab, all that smoke cleared up because it would only stay inside that room. So, like, as you walked back out, all the smoke would clear up, and it was almost like, was that a dream? Was that real? You know what I mean? And that's the type of experience that we're trying to give here, bro. It's like something that you've never seen before, never experienced.
All right, so I don't want to interrupt.
Oh.
We will talk about that.
NBA draft.
NBA draft lottery is official. The team that's getting Victor Wembanyama is the San Antonio Spurs.
That'd be a cold fit for
The
him.
next Tim Duncan, is that what we're seeing? He's going to fill that void.
He's gonna be better than Tim.
Better than Tim, but like that, once they got Tim
But-
Duncan, Spurs went off.
But you want me to tell you the
Charlotte
significance
Hornets
of that?
number 2 and Portland Trail Blazers, which I was hoping for, got number 3. But
San Antonio always gets the overseas players.
they do. They do.
Tony Parker,
They do.
Manu Ginobili. I think isn't Bruce Bowen? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he's from a different country.
Yeah.
It's even more guys. for
They've
real,
got a
to be
lot.
honest
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. Like,
Man, though, that's crazy.
don't
Spurs.
surprise me.
I'm not surprised either, but I was really hoping Dame Lillard was going to get some help. I really
What,
wanted
in
the
Portland?
I wanted him to go to Portland. But he got
Who? Wembanyama?
Yes. Dame needs some help, bro.
I think they ain't need to.
He needs to leave. But he's been such a team player for so many years, and they just won't do anything for him. So, but that's it. And the Houston Rockets at number 4 and the Pistons at number 5. But yeah, what a draft is going to be. So Spurs are getting it. Man, that's interesting to me.
The Spurs.
The Spurs are going to be.
Have
back-
you ever been to a San Antonio Spurs game?
No.
I haven't.
Have you ever seen the stadium? Like inside the stadium? I think it's the Spurs, bro. Whenever you're watching the game, the way they have the cameras set up, obviously, like it looks like a big gym. but I think one of the sides barely has any seating. I think it's the Spurs, bro. I remember seeing it back in the day, and it was almost like the Tampa Bay Rays. So if you watch like one of their games, like their left field or right field, like one of those, like barely has any seats because of the way that the stadium had to be built.
Okay, yeah.
And I think the Spurs are the same way, bro. But it's you can't see it visually because they've got the cameras on like the small side of the arena, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I could be wrong, man. But I'm pretty sure it's the Spurs.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, it's you can do a lot with camera work. You don't have to show the if you will the short side of the stage of the stadium. Man,
Now it's a pretty big
Spurs.
stadium. It wasn't them.
the Spurs getting Victor Wembanyama though.
I could see it.
I mean, you're gonna see it. That's it.
Is
right
it
there.
is it?
There's one
do
guy.
they have the whole first round done already?
No. So
Yeah,
this
it's
is just the lottery. This isn't the actual draft.
Okay.
So they're still in the playoffs. The lottery's done right. The conference finals are tonight with the West, starting with the Lakers against the Nuggets. They always do the draft right before the final, like in the middle of the playoffs. So the draft is what order they're going to pick. And this year is like we were talking earlier about the best player to ever be entering the draft since LeBron James, if not better than LeBron James on a drafting end of things. Because we didn't know LeBron James was going to end up living up to all the hype that he had.
Right, he was
built.
young.
He was
Yeah.
young. We didn't know, but he did. But like on a drafting sense, this guy is far above any athlete we've ever seen
You've
in
never
any
seen a
sport.
player play like this.
Yes, ever. Never.
I've seen his highlights though, and I can tell you firsthand.
Crazy.
Black dude or white dude?
Tall.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tall.
black dude.
7'4".
7'4".
Can
But
dribble,
but
can shoot from anywhere on the
You
court.
said black-
he's
black
like
dude?
he's like Kevin
Yeah.
Durant, but he's 7'4".
Oh wow.
He can dribble. He can shoot from anywhere on the court. He can do everything, and he's
crazy.
he's just fluid.
And he's fucking 7'4".
7'4".
They say he's 7'4".
He might be 7'5".
He might be 7'7".
Yeah, there's rumors.
How old is he?
18.
18.
What?
19.
Oh, he's not
18.
done growing,
He's
player.
like a created
Yeah.
NBA.
That's gonna be Kevin.
He is every kid.
Kevin
he's gonna
Garnett, bro.
He's gonna be every kid's dream. Every kid if you ever played 2K, there's always the one kids that they make the tallest player.
Right.
He's like 7'7". He can shoot threes and dribble. Like,
That's
he
funny.
literally plays like I had to show you some highlights.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
crazy to think the comparison because that's what you want to do. You want to have the tallest dude that can drop threes, right?
Mhm.
And,
He's doing it.
into the powerhouse.
And so
really can
that's
do it.
why this draft, this lottery is so important because who gets the first ball, who gets the number one pick
It's
is
San
getting him.
Antonio.
Everyone else after that it's just a crapshoot who you're
And
gonna get.
you said he's 18 years old
He's like 18, 19.
from
France.
France, so he's like
It's French.
playing college ball there. What's he
was in-
doing?
He did like a little overseas.
Overseas,
thing.
yeah.
A little overseas thing.
Not he didn't play in college. He played the overseas, which is a different.
I think he did a little D
Justin,
League
Justin
stuff
Dolman League.
He did a little D League.
Is that like the Justin Dolman?
Justin
League.
Dolman
G League,
played
that's
in
what they
that.
call it, G
yeah,
League.
played over, but like Justin Dolman, like he did some stuff. He was in the league. He got in the league, but like it's just, it's definitely this guy's on another level on every sport, not just basketball. They're saying he's the best prospect we've ever seen drafted at any sport. Period.
He's going to change
like
the way the
Aaron
NBA's
Judge
played.
for baseball was probably the previous one because he's just that guy because he's big and he's accurate, but with his bat. But this guy is like literally going to change the trajectory of whatever. Now the Spurs organization, who they were already successful, they already had a dynasty back in when LeBron first got in, like, and now they're going to get back there. Spurs fans are through the roof right now. and
LeBron on the Spurs.
He's
LeBron
like,
lost to the Spurs.
he's like he's a little monster.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No shit.
crazy, dude. Like, we'll show you highlights. It's insane. This guy is like, and the thing is his team. Because usually when you're on a team and there's a star player, players get jealous on the team you're with.
Yeah.
All the players just double down on him being the best, and they
Dope.
just help him. And their team is the best of what
Yeah.
they're playing. So like, he is gonna get this. He's gonna get all the roses,
And we saying he's 7'4". We ain't even talking about his wingspan.
we're not even talking about we're not even talking about his intangibles.
Good, man.
We're not talking about any of that. We're just talking about his pure height.
Straight arms.
Uh-huh. Man, the Spurs.
All they want.
I've got
him to do is
I've
stay
got that
healthy.
Jordan photo
Yeah.
That one where
He-
it's like 7 foot wide. That photo, that's just dope.
You know what? They should do. They should take that photo like Instagram. You know how you scroll through pictures. They should have him do this and have the photo not like be center and like have the two balls off it.
Yeah. So when
then
you
he-
click on it, and then
Yeah.
it,
So
then
the
it-
first photo is just a ball in the hand. You have to scroll and then you see his full. And then the third photo is the other ball. How sick would that be? Because his
Sorry.
wingspan's insane. Like he's
I
just
feel like his wingspan could
he's-
be longer than his height.
he's an alien. He's like literally gonna be
Monster.
I gotta-
perfect.
I gotta
That's a
see
perfect.
that.
I
Yeah.
said that the first
He's a big
time.
guy. He's not a big guy. He's skinny. He's skinny. He's gonna
Yeah,
get
He
bullied.
got to put some weight
He's
on.
gonna get bullied when like
He gonna be like Giannis. How Giannis came in the league and
Yeah.
how skinny he was, and he had to grow
had to
into his
bulk up,
body,
yeah.
and he had
Yeah.
to bulk up. Get ripped.
he doesn't want
It's
to
gonna
become a
be the same thing.
Porzingis. Becoming a Porzingis where he stays skinny like that and people can like be injury prone. He doesn't want to be that. He needs to become more of like an Anthony Davis, Giannis.
Sometimes
sure.
you think some of that stuff is just hereditary. It's just like
Yeah, maybe,
depending
yeah.
on how your family, like
It's
like
true.
you can try.
Maybe.
You can lift as many weights as you want, but sometimes your frame.
you
just
can
stay like that.
definitely put body weight on. With,
Yeah,
with
they'll
different.
They'll bulk him up,
Yeah.
but I don't know how much they can bulk him up. He's if you become big and that tall, you are literally
Giannis.
Yeah.
But he's gonna play like Kevin Durant and shoot the ball like Stephen Curry.
Right, that's crazy. Because
That's
he can
crazy.
shoot. He can shoot.
Really?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
His highlights are him just smooth with it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's crazy.
So the Spurs are just relevant again. They went from the bottom of the barrel. People are saying Popovich needs to
Who's
retire.
gonna guard him?
No one. Not even Embiid. Not Anthony Davis.
He's gonna be too tall.
Too tall. He's gonna be doing the small thing, and he's gonna have to lean way low
I mean,
to get to the
they
ground.
they'll have the size, so I mean, maybe they could like
Bully him, push him.
bully him a little bit, but
Push
that's
on
about
his
it. But
back,
He can
kinda.
shoot.
He can shoot, and he can do a hook. He can do everything.
There you go.
Yeah, he's about to change the league.
So
Oh.
I said earlier, I said it's gonna get to a point where if you ain't 6'5", you might not even play in the NBA.
All right, so you're telling me right now that we need to start investing in Panini basketball cards for 2023 season.
Webbiana? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to Walmart. I'm gonna get them when they fresh out the
Yeah.
pack. And then
Bro, I'm
save it.
I'm here with it, man. Like my Instagram right now is nothing but shoes and sports cards, bro. And it's like, you know, these people, they open up these packs, and it's like I used to collect baseball cards like a motherfucker back in the day, bro. Like I've got well over 30 to 40,000 cards between 1988 to 1992. Like, you know, I've got basketball, baseball, I've got some hockey, but now it's like, you know, baseball cards, they used to be like 14 to a pack or something. Now they're only like 5 cards to a pack, you know, and you can buy a box of 6 packs for, you know, $25 or something. So it's like, man, is this really like worth it, right? But you see these people ripping open these packs, and like they've done it now where you've got like, you know, you'll get the NBA logo off of LeBron's jersey that he wore during a game, and they'll cut that out and they'll put it in the card, bro, and then LeBron will sign it. So like that card's worth, you rip it open and you get that card, it's automatically worth 5 to 10 G's, right? Like,
It's
you
like-
know,
it's like the Pokemon when you got that holographic card.
that's what it is. Yeah. Those refractor cards. So
Yeah.
that's what's happening right now. So I was, you know, I bought a pack trying to win a Joe Burrow rookie. Obviously, I didn't win, but I bought like a box. But I was at fucking Walmart last night, and I'm like looking through, and like, you know, I'm looking at these cards, going, man, which one of these, like, you know, because I'm out of the game, so it's like, what year did Steph Curry join the NBA, right? Like you know, what year did LeBron join the NBA? Like what are the one-of-one refractor cards that are really gonna pay off? But there's so many cards, bro, and now it's to the point where like Formula One racing, like that shit's getting really popular, and they've got the same refractor cards in there, so you can get like a piece of, you know, one of these drivers' jackets or jerseys signed by him, and it's worth fucking $10,000, bro. And I'm over here looking like I don't even know who this dude is, right? But like Topps have that they've cornered the market so well, and they figured it out where, you know, we can take one jersey, cut it up into 100 pieces, and then do like a limited edition where you get a piece of you know, LeBron's jersey,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's. That's the future. Can you imagine like getting a
Bro,
jersey
there's-
that's attached to a card?
There's one LeBron card that has 3 NBA logos off of 3 of his jerseys. One card's got it. It's got his Lakers jersey, his Cavaliers jersey, and then a newer version of his Lakers jersey. But it's all 3 NBA logos on one card. And this company, Golden Company, is they've been trying to find it because it's like it's $1 million card. It's 101. You got 3 LeBron jerseys on one card, and LeBron signed it. So it's like,
Wow.
yeah, bro. Like
Wow.
you know, they're Topps is killing it, bro. And like, you know what's crazy to think is like Upper Deck used to be like back in the 90s when Upper Deck started coming out. They were the ones that really pushed the boundaries because Topps, they had like the paperback cards, and then when Upper Deck came out, they came out with like the high gloss that had, you know, the hologram on it for like special cards and shit. So they got popular during like the Ken Griffey Jr. era, right? Like the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card was their most popular card that they ever printed. And these motherfuckers at Upper Deck, bro, went in I don't know, maybe 5 to 7 years ago and started reprinting the Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card and putting them out into the market illegally and got busted.
Oh.
And now now Upper Deck isn't allowed to produce any baseball cards. Yeah. How crazy is that?
Wow.
So they got busted reprinting the old Griffey cards from the 90s, and they lost the entire contract to the MLB.
Because they reprinted and they claimed them as
Originals.
okay.
Yeah, you know, they definitely did some illegal. I'm sure it's not illegal because it's like that's like us going, hey, let's reprint some shirts that we did 20 years ago,
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to the resale market,
Yeah, because if you're looking at it, the card looks brand new and it was really printed in 2020.
2 instead of
2020, yeah.
1994,
Right.
and it's in perfect condition, you're getting a graded 10 on it. You know, you're getting the top of the food chain when this card's been out for over 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 30 years.
Yeah. That's not I don't know the legalities of it, but like that's definitely
Fuckboy shit, bro. It's crazy.
Misinformation.
It's not. They knew what they're doing, bro.
No. But the people that are getting the cards thinking it's old but new, if they don't know, if you wouldn't know, and you would be misinformed that this isn't a new like how did you keep this in thing? Like, man, I've been keeping it aside for so long. Just buy the card, man.
I'm gonna be honest.
Is
bro,
there a date on these things?
There should be because I would assume that the reprinted cards that lost Upper Deck's contract with the Major League Baseball would be more profitable than the original Ken Griffey Jr. card from the 90s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've got the card that Upper Deck lost their entire business over. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather have that card than the original one from 1990, 1994, whatever it was when he was drafted.
You want that because why would you want the newer? Why would you want the original?
I would want the newer one over the original because that's the card that ruined all of Upper Deck.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So like 20 years from now, this isn't the original card. This is the card that
Started the
toppled
demise, yeah.
everything.
The demise. Okay.
So there's another that like I've got to go through my cards, bro, because I was watching this video the other day. This guy goes, I bought all these 1990 what are they, Fleer basketball cards, and he goes, I bought them all for $1 a pack. It was like they were wrapped up in rubber bands, and he's like, I already know that the guy went through, pulled all the Jordans out, he pulled all the rookie cards out. He's like, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these 2 cards, and one had Michael Jordan on the card, but he was wearing number 12, not number 23. And
the one where they stole his jersey?
They stole his jersey.
Oh.
And it wasn't a Michael
Right.
Jordan card. It was somebody else, but it was Jordan under the hoop defending, trying to get the rebound, and the number 12 jersey. So he's like, that's the card that I was trying to get. Doesn't say Jordan on it, but it's worth like $200. And then there was another card on it that had the Menendez brothers sitting courtside. You know who the Menendez brothers are?
Mm-mm.
The two kids that killed their parents.
Mm-mm.
So 2 kids in the 90s, they killed their mom and dad, and they took that money and bought courtside seats to a Knicks game.
What?
And so there's a basketball card that no one realizes because the guy that's on the card shooting the 3 isn't anybody, but the Menendez brothers are sitting courtside in the photo. So that car is going for like $300 to $400 because it's the Menendez brothers who bought those seats with the money that they took when they murdered their dad.
Jesus.
It's cards like that, bro. There's another card. There's a Randy Johnson card that's worth a ton of money, and it's just one of those like bat over the shoulder, you know,
I
like
thought you was
like.
gonna mention the bird.
I was gonna say if the car where a bird is exploding, that would be man.
That would be crazy because that shit actually happened.
I mean, you take this still shot and put it in a card. I mean,
the reason why this one Randy Johnson card is so expensive is because he's standing there with either the bat on his shoulder or like the hand in the glove, but the jumbotron behind him has a Marlboro advertisement. You can't advertise cigarettes anymore. It's illegal. You can't even can't have commercials with people smoking in it. Like smoking on camera in a commercial is illegal now.
Got vape.
So like, when's the last time you seen a Marlboro commercial? You don't see them anymore, bro. Like the original Marlboro cowboy died of cancer. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know
There's a whole movie about it that his brother made about how they try to make my brother look all cool and cowboy. And he's like, there's nothing cool about being put on a respirator and not being able to live your life. Like, and then they would show videos of the cool cowboy who's like basically brain dead in a hospital chair, like all tied up with tubes in him. They're like, does this look cool to you? Like, this is what Marlboro did to my brother. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Crazy. But like, so that Randy Johnson card, even though it doesn't have the bird exploding, any of that shit, it's got the Marlboro advertisement on the jumbotron, which nobody would think to look at.
Yeah,
because it's not an error card. It's not like his name is missing or misspelled.
Just the scene behind.
Just the scene behind it.
It's that little small significance.
Yeah.
Card, you
know and that's what it is, bro. It's these people that like these real like card collectors, like they're looking for everything in it. They're looking for, you know.
Where's the card that had the baseball bat that
Billy Ripken? I've got that one, bro. That says "fuck you" on the bottom of his bat. So Cal Ripken Jr. right from the Oreos.
Yeah.
His brother Billy Ripken. There's a photo of him. He's got a baseball bat on his shoulder, and it says "fuck you" on the bottom of the bat.
Okay.
And so he was just posing for it. And that photo went out, got put on a baseball card. They released them, and then there's 3 different versions, because the first one it said "fuck you" on it. The second version, they either whited it out or they blacked it out. I think they blacked it out with marker.
Yeah.
So they tried covering it. All the ones that were already printed, they tried covering it with black marker. And then the third version, they whited it out before they printed the baseball card. So there's 3 different versions.
Crazy.
I've got the version that says "fuck you" on the bottom of his bat.
Dope.
But it's not the most expensive. The most expensive is the blacked out version that was in between, right?
Yep.
Because it's like you've got the whoops, and then you've got the quick fix, and then you've got the final version.
You got the rawest edition.
I've got the original with the "fuck you" on there. Yeah,
that's the one that's gonna go the hardest.
Yeah, bro. I like when I saw that when I was probably 10 years old, bro, and like when I saw that card, I'm like, what is happening?
Dude,
this is real. Like you can get error cards where people are like, whoops. And so like I started going through every one of my baseball cards, bro, and I had them all in like binders. And I bought these little like sticky circles, green, yellow, orange, whatever, and I would put them on the page, not the card itself, but I would put RC for rookie card, or I would put $2.30 on how much it's worth, or potential error card. So like I was going around looking like, oh, this one doesn't have the registered logo on it, right? This one's got a hickey on it. Like a hickey is, in the printing industry, when you're printing something, if the ink creates a bubble, on the metal that it's like, you know,
Okay.
the thing just spins. And so if a bubble pops up, it creates a hickey, which all of a sudden it'll be like a red dot or like a red circle, something on there on the card. That just means that the ink built up and created this little bubble thing. So I would go through and like look at all these, like look for these errors, because my dad was a major printer at the time. He'd print for Sports Illustrated magazine and all that. So I knew all these things, bro. So I was looking in, trying to figure every error card, bro. So when we go, I'll take you over there one day, man. We'll go through and look at all the baseball cards, and we'll open them up, and you'll see my little 10-year-old handwriting, bro. Like rookie card, like
that's
possible error, like $1.20, 35-cent card, like
that's dope.
yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's OG shit. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. There's a lot of people that are listening right now, and will be listening. They'll be like, know nothing about this, because
Yeah.
when you told me about the fuck you thing, that blew my mind. I was like, the fact that even exists in the world, and there's 3 different versions.
That's
Yeah.
why I
Like, I
said
just
that's
recorded that
that's
on
the
live,
rawest
whatever.
card. That's the rawest card,
It's-
because we moving in times today
Yeah.
where everything getting censored.
I absolutely,
So
bro.
that's the-
And so
that's
for
the-
that to slide through, and like for people not to realize at the bottom of the back, because it blatantly says "fuck you," and it's like, it's obviously like he even has it like positioned right where you can read it, bro. You gonna pull up the photo?
No, I'd have to look for it. You'd find a way quicker than me.
I got you.
So speaking of cards, then, what do you think the Shohei Ohtani's rookie card be worth? That guy's doing incredible things on a baseball field. He literally pitching, hitting. He's a pitcher that can hit the baseball like a starting first, second, third, up. You know, he can hit the baseball like anyone in the league, and he can pitch just as good as anyone in the league. What value does he bring as a rookie card? Like, I can't even imagine how much is going to be worth 5-10 years down the line. Like, he is that guy. He is literally better than Babe Ruth, any player we've ever seen in baseball.
I'm gonna hold you on that one.
Hold it.
Because you got to show me him first.
Shohei Ohtani? Look him up, bro.
I don't know who.
It says "fuck face," not "fuck you." That's what it says.
Fuck face.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
even
That's crazy. Here, I got you. That is wild. And that made the cut? That's insane. It's insane, dude.
Old Bill Ripken.
Man. Crazy.
Yeah, bro. When I started realizing that there were error cards out there, like I started going ham on everything, bro.
Yeah, because it's like the ultimate scavenger hunt.
It really was, bro. And I was like 10, 11 years old. All I knew was baseball cards. So I had nothing but time on my hands to like look through every one of these cards.
Nothing but time.
Yeah.
Literally. Like, in fact, that was where the time was supposed to be spent. In your mind, probably like, this is what I'm doing. I've nothing better to do. This is what's better to do.
Yeah.
Like, that is it.
It's all organized, bro. It's pretty impressive for being a little 10-year-old kid, and like how organized everything was. Like,
Yeah. But
everything
yeah.
is like Don Ross 1990, and then you open it up, it's like, and it's all, instead of it being in order of the number of the card, I put them in teams. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like you open it up, and I've got like 6 like Pete Rose like manager cards all in a row,
Yeah.
bro. And each one of these cards are like 3 G's each. I've got like fucking 6 of them sitting there.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a card book and stuff, and I did mine by teams too. My brother eventually went through all my cards and my Pokemon cards and all of them and ruined them all. We talked about that earlier off the
Earlier
podcast.
today.
Yeah. But you know, he's righting his wrongs. He's doing this. He's making up for it. He helped me clean my roof this weekend with the gutters and all that. So shout out to Chadwick. He's
Slowly paying it
He's
off.
paying it off. Yeah, he went through. I mean, I've lost dozens of flat bills.
I
My whole original
couldn't
Pokemon
imagine
collection gone.
The Pokemon cards that you lost,
I
bro,
had
because
every one
they are so.
Everyone?
of the original, all the original. Like,
He wouldn't even be here right now, bro. He'd be chilling on a cruise
if
ship.
I
right
had,
now.
yeah, because I had the entire binder filled, holographic Charizard. I had everything, dude. I had it all. I had all of them because the next door neighbor. The reason I got the Charizard holographic, if anyone calls BS on that, my next door neighbor had gotten. He ended up landed 3 of them, so he bought one. Charizard holographic, the most expensive, highest grade card. He bought one from Comic Book World. He landed it, and then he got 2 in packs. And I'm like, "How did you? What?" And he's like, "I got you. You can trade me." But I was like, whatever you want. So he took I had a bunch of duplicates. I had a Blastoise holographic, an extra one, all these ones, and he took all these cards, and I got the Charizard. And my collection, I had 2 more cards to get at the time, but I completed the collection eventually. I had all these cards, and then I went off to college.
How much is that Charizard holographic worth now?
I don't even.
Everyone
I don't
loves
even.
Like if it's graded at
Charizard.
10, it's $1 million card.
Bro, I
right?
don't even want to think about it.
Yeah.
I had all, dude. It wasn't even my favorite card. It was just I knew it was the most valuable, and I
Yeah.
got a hold of it. It was in my binder, and we were good. And I had all these cards, and I didn't see the future on Pokemon cards. I just went off to college. I outgrew it, and I was very focused on music and my girlfriend at the time and all these different things.
With Charizard, it was literally like watching. You know how you watch sitcoms and you get to watch the kids grow up
Yeah.
into like, you know what I'm saying? Like they start off as kids, then teenagers, then adult. That's what, because it started off with Charmander. You saw Charmander, then Charmeleon. That was like a teenage version of him. Then Charizard.
Bro, there was a Charizard, holographic Charizard that he had too. That had like all like Japanese writing. It was worth even more money. It was even rare. He had so many. So when I was able to get one, it completed my collection. And now thinking on it, I'm just like, bro.
You know what used to confuse me?
I'm over here having a moment.
Cards.
What is it?
The Mewtwo cards used to confuse
Mewtwo?
me.
I had Mewtwo. I had Mewtwo, Mew.
Mew?
Yeah.
Who do you think was stronger, Mewtwo or Mew?
Mewtwo.
Remember when they had the movie?
Yeah, Mewtwo's the ultimate one. Mewtwo is like Mew is the
Mew was
pure.
like-
Mewtwo is like the evil, like upgraded version. He's like the ultimate bad guy that they all had to team up to beat.
That shit
That's
was crazy.
yeah, yeah.
remember
But I
when
mean,
that
I'm
movie
sure a
came out, I
bunch of
used to go watch that
Pokemon
shit.
listeners are gonna come at us with like, this guy could actually do this, and really
Listen,
Mew has a
yeah.
secret ability of this that Mewtwo couldn't combat. You know, all the technicalities.
Well, Mew was like pure, but
Pure
then,
and like a
Mewtwo was
child.
made like in a lab or something, wasn't it?
Mewtwo was
Yeah,
made
he was
by
made
a
in
lab.
a
Yeah,
lab, yeah.
right.
You think
So
you
you-
think Magic the Gathering cards are going to be as
I
popular?
played that.
It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
For the not as popular because it's not as cartoon. It's a little bit more detailed for the adults. But I played Magic and I enjoyed Magic the game more. I enjoyed it more. But all those cards too.
But
Another
I think,
thing.
with
all
our-
those
I
cards.
think with our childhood, we was way more invested in Pokemon and Magic. We would have seen the TV shows. They'd have had movies, trading cards. They used to sell the trading cards at Burger King.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
we-
I had
like-
everything. I had the Pokemon, the Pokeballs that had like the gold plates in them. I had a bunch of those. I was way into Pokemon, dude. I
I used
loved
to
it.
love it.
And then I grew up, got into high school, and started playing Magic the Gathering
Yeah,
with that and whatever.
that's what I fell off.
And then, but I was so focused on sports though. I kind of dropped everything. Went to college, and then all my stuff was.
I just remember kids
it
like
is what it is.
at Ryle that would sit there in the hallways and play Magic
I wasn't that guy.
in
Yeah.
between classes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's only 4 minutes, or 6 minutes in between 2 classes, but there were so many people that would play the game. It's like, bro, like how do I jump on the bandwagon before it gets popular?
But see, look,
right?
did Magic ever have games on Nintendo?
I don't
Like,
know.
like Nintendo?
No,
See,
no.
that Pokemon
Be-
did.
There you go.
Pokemon had
Because
red,
there's
they had
less.
blue, they had gold, they had crystal.
Because there's less. So, like, I can give you that answer. So,
Alright.
Pokemon had less to do with it. It had the 150 to 151, where Magic had like 1,000 different entities of stuff. There was tons of specters, tons of like goblins. There's so many different angles for Magic because they tried to make it way more complex to build a game where Pokemon you can do 151. You can leave it at that because Mewtwo's 151. So like you can literally leave it at those 150 Pokemon and you can explore the worlds and make whatever. Magic would have to have the water, the fire, the grass, and then they would have sub of everything and different. Then there's so many
See,
dynamics
that's
to
what
it.
Call of Duty and Fortnite remind me of.
That's a really
You know
good
what I'm saying? 'Cause
comparison.
Call of Duty
That really
kept
is.
it simple.
Kept
They
it simple.
kept it simple, and that's what made it so fun. I mean, I'm not saying Fortnite wasn't fun. I never got into Fortnite like that.
Yeah,
Just because
younger
it's just
audience.
like, it's
Yeah,
just
younger
doing
audience.
Too much. Like I just
But Pokemon was for younger. Magic was always for older guys because it was. There were cards that showed some pretty revealing stuff. Even so,
yeah.
Magic is really why I got into a lot of art in the first place because the Magic the Gathering cards were so artistic. Like they had like cards that were like the forests and stuff, and the scenes were so cool. The the plane and all the planes and everything, like the open fields on the cards, the details, the artistry was pretty amazing. So like as I got older and started seeing art of that caliber, but I was like, oh wow, this kind of reminds me of Magic the Gathering's artwork, and I kind of got into the idea of like art because of Magic the Gathering's detailed cards. So that's an interesting topic, because like it really opened me up to art because the cards were so detailed. There was so much to them. It was pretty cool. I'm here for it. I had some cool decks like back in the day. We had some fun. Me and some buddies were the high school friends. We played them because like it was one of those things where you could play them, you could be competitive, and then you didn't have to like everyone could be involved. You didn't have to be, because I like basketball, but my friends didn't like basketball. I was the only one. That was rough, right? I had a couple friends. We played 21 and stuff, but my really close friends, none of them liked sports. It was just me. Yeah, so I had to play when I could play, but we would play cards, and I collected all the Pokemon. I had so many Pokemon cards. I had like 2 boxes, dude. They're all gone. I had boxes. I had so many cards. They were probably worth so much money. I just sitting here in this chair right now.
I remember back in the day when you used to have that little cord and you could hook it up to your Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
You could hook it up to your friend's Game Boy Advance, and y'all could literally play each other. And
Yeah.
shit. Like that used to be so fun, bro.
And then Pokemon Stadium.
But that
you
was
play
on,
that? That was on GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah, that was fun. But the Pokemon games were so fun. They made it for everybody. So
That's why we all love
Pokemon
it.
Pokemon just elevated themselves where other card games, even like Yu-Gi-Oh, they
It took
do
me
the
a
same.
minute to get into
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
It did. I never played
Yeah, I ain't
Yu-Gi-Oh. I
gonna
never
lie
got
to
into
you,
it.
bro.
I was
I ain't-
Pokemon and Magic, and then high school like focused on sports and music.
The only thing I knew about Yu-Gi-Oh was the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, yeah.
That's about it. I watched a little TV show every now and then, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was a little old when it really started taking
Yeah,
off.
I
But
was
that's the
kinda
thing
like
is
that.
like, who knows where you're gonna be at in the world of cards and.
There's a native side.
We are here.
Still live.
And we're live. On a Newport on the Levee and Native brand. Come down here and shop. We're open right now. We're still got a little bit of time left if you want to come down and snag some merch. We got some new designs. Check out the lab. We've been talking about it a lot tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yam, you got an album you're dropping, bro.
Yeah, let's get to that.
It's not an album. It's just like a single that I've been sitting on for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
I had dropped it at Trey Johnson's studio.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's called Little Secret.
Dope,
it's
bro.
pretty much just a song about it's a song about a guy meeting a chick through mutual friends, and then once they meet each other, they kind of was just like doing their thing, just hitting it off, and just enjoying each other's company, having great times with each other and stuff like that.
So then
I feel like every guy can relate.
everyone
to that.
everyone can relate
So
to.
I-
Guy, girl,
yeah,
everyone
that's
can
why
feel
I
that.
called it that.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you relatable music. It's summertime music.
Mhm.
Like you said, are you gonna drop an album? Or where are you at with that? Where are you at with the
Yeah,
future?
I plan on like
Putting all together.
like, a tape and then like an album. I'm just like doing like what Russ did. You know what I'm saying? Just putting out singles.
Okay.
You know, put my name out there, bringing the right people around me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Creating that base, and then once I get it to that point, then it'd be mixtape time, album time. Then I can dive deep into like even more personal stuff that I want to talk about.
So when do you think you'll have an album? Can you give us a little? Give us
Not
an
at
estimate?
this moment. Nah.
Okay.
Not
Okay,
at this moment.
Keep it on wraps. It's cool. No worries.
Not at this moment.
Yeah. But yeah, that's cool.
But right now, I've just been making songs out of my own lens that I feel like other people been through and they can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if you want to be a part of Yaman's album, start flirting with this dude right now, because he's going to
Right.
be able to write some music for you. You'll be able to be on track 7, track 8. Let's roll, bro.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready for it, bro. That song, like, I have heard some of it, and when you first got the mix back, and it's fire. It's catchy. It had me listening. I listened to it a couple times. Like, man, it's a catchy summer jam. It's got that summer vibes, like you're cruising in the car.
Yeah.
It's catchy too. It's good. I'm excited.
Putting in that studio time, bro.
Yeah.
That's the whip, man.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
And what's the producer that you're going to?
Oh, it was Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Shout out
Cool
for
dude,
sure.
Real cool dude.
Yeah.
So when you get in the studio, bro, how is it? Because you don't have a lot of time in there, right? Like you check it out by a couple hours. Like you rent the studio.
Yeah. So I came in. I got like a couple hours, but like I already knew what I wanted to do. So I just kind of like went in there and I just knocked it out.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
That prep
it's-
work, bro.
Yeah, like I write a lot, you know, and it's not like and like a lot of the stuff I write about, it's not like it's not like false. It's true. Like some of the stuff could be things that's happened a long time ago. It could be something that happened last week.
Bro,
It just
you're,
depend on like what I'm writing about and how I'm trying to stay on topic.
yeah, you were telling us that you were even paused in the middle of Air, the movie Air, because you were
Yeah, that
listening to what
movie-
they were talking about,
that
bro,
movie
and
is
you were like, I
cold.
had to write that down,
Yeah.
bro.
And
Like
the
this
scene,
is
the scene where the scene where he went to the guy that was skateboarding and they was trying to get the design of the shoe
Mhm.
and what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? It was about marketing. He was like speak as an individual, appeal to the audience,
Mhm.
and be the best. What he say? Be the most beautiful shoe. He said shoe, but the way I took it in all different spectrums.
For sure.
Like whatever, like if it's music. You feel me? Like
Chameleon, yeah.
being an artist. You know, be the best artist, most beautiful artist you can be. Whatever.
for sure.
And I had to pause it, and I wrote it down on a notebook.
Yeah.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
What's up?
That movie, if you ain't
Props,
seen,
bro.
If you ain't seen Air, you need to watch Air. It's a good movie, for real.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it
It's a
tonight,
good
bro,
movie.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch it before the next sports talk, and we're gonna talk about it. Tomorrow's gonna be a good sports talk, man.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this draft, like the Air movie alone, like, which to me blows my mind that Jordan. I've heard Jordan isn't in it as much, and I would think that you would.
It had something to do with like he didn't want, like, cause you don't want the wrong actor to portray.
Michael Jordan.
You feel, yeah. So
He
it's
is,
like
like,
you don't
he
really
is-
get to see his face, but it don't take away from the movie.
It doesn't take away from the
No,
movie
it
at
don't take
all,
away
bro.
from the
Like
movie at all.
if anybody was gonna be sus of the movie, it would have been me, because I was that person that
I was curious about
the,
your
the,
take.
the,
Yeah.
the very first time that I watched the trailer, I looked at Kaylin and I was like, there was no Jordan in that at all. And so I hopped on IMDb and I typed in the movie Air, and then it shows all the characters, and there's no character for Jordan at all. And so like I was skeptic right off the rip, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, bro, you're gonna create a movie about Michael Jordan.
It's like if
And it's
like
not
if-
going to be about Michael Jordan, but it's not. It's a movie about like
what happened behind the scenes.
behind the scenes,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
like
How
you
they
said,
landed
it was
Jordan.
it was
right?
it was Wolf of Wall Street for
That's what it
for
felt like to me.
shoes.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's what it
Makes
felt
and
like.
it was
total
Swear to
sense.
God,
and
that's
it
what
was
felt like.
it was done so well because you didn't need to have the Jordan highlights. You didn't need to follow Jordan's career to know that he's gonna be Michael Jordan, right? Like these guys knew it, and the battle between Nike and Converse and Adidas, like
Adidas.
that shit was real back in the 90s, bro. No one gave a fuck about Nike
Yo,
back in
No.
the 80s.
And they got
No.
Chris Tucker in it. It's funny, man. Chris Tucker is funny as hell.
Yeah, he's good, bro.
yeah, I'll be watching it tonight. I'm excited. Yeah, because it's like, to me, like the shoe game. Like I'm not a sneakerhead like you are. Like I'm more like a let's go with the conventional, low key Nikes kind of thing. But
this
like
shit is fire, bro.
he's on fire. He's
Them retro
like
ones.
these
shit is fire,
with
son.
the elephant
Yeah.
print.
There it is.
right. And but I respect it so much because it is literally a part of a culture of America, and we're in a young country, and we're still making moves, and we're still in the process of building what we have here, and the fact that shoes are such an important part. And it's such a culture thing, and I'm so for it. I mean, without that culture, like this wouldn't exist. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
our store wouldn't exist. So I have mad respect, even though it's not my speed. I'd rather be shopping for another instrument or like whatever. But like I got my shoes for me. They got my actually my
SBs, ain't it?
yeah, man, yeah, 58s.
Hey,
like
come on now.
bro, I like my shoes, but like I'm not as flashy with it. But like either way, like I know what it represents, and I'm here for it every step of the way. And I have mad respect to sneakerheads. I may not be on the podcast, but I'm here to support it. Period. End of the day, like that's it. Because like not only Jordan, like everyone, like Allen Iverson, everyone had shoes, bro. Everyone has iconic stuff, and obviously Jordan set the standard. Nike set the standard, and then everyone has been trying to catch up ever since. But like, man, like everyone that gets a shoe and you hear about the new shoes, the passion behind people talking about it is unlike anything else. When two sneakerheads start talking, it's like they go into their own like own world.
Well,
You might as
Jay
well-
a way bigger
bro,
sneakerhead than I am.
bro,
I'm just,
I've witnessed it. I've witnessed it.
Sneakers.
Bro, I'm an outsider
But
looking
Jay
in, and
way
I don't
bigger
know all
sneakerhead
these
than me.
numbers and all the when they say the yellows, this. They're using terminology that's it's slang, but it's built into the culture, so it's part of the name, and they're talking in their own little space. And I may only catch a few things. I'm like, oh, I know the ones. I know this. But I don't know the details, but they know the details and the history and where it originated. And this is the second or third version, but the second version had a mess up, so the third version is the real version. Like, there's all different dynamics. I'm sitting there and like, what? But like, they know it, and there's talent there, man. Like, sneakerheads got it. There's just something, and mad respect.
I know you're familiar with the scene with Jordan when he first wore the ones in the game. He was getting sued, right, by the NBA.
Yeah. Yes,
All right, so in the movie, there's gonna be a scene with Sonny talking about, like, he was talking to his mom. Well, actually, his dad brought it up when they had the meeting. His dad brought it up because around this time it was only a certain amount of colors you could wear.
Yeah.
So I guess
You wore
like
red.
back then, the
It
shoe
had
had
to
be
be
white.
51% white.
Yeah, had to be like mostly white. But when they was making the shoe, the guy that was skateboarding. The guy that was skateboarding,
Which is like me, bro. Like he was. They were like, "What's he doing? He's like 40, right? Why is he out there on a skateboard?" And
But that's at the very beginning of the
and then he
movie.
comes back in. And they ask him, like, "Why are you on a skateboard?" He's like, "Midlife crisis, bro."
that was just, it was the he used for me the humor off of it.
That's fun. That's cool.
But then, like, later on in the scene, when he starts talking, you get to see how intelligent he is with it.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So then, like,
Nice.
as it's going on, it's like Sonny. I think the guy's name is Phil, and then it's the other guy that worked in the office with Sonny, and they talking about the colors, and like he said, the shoe had to be mostly white, but then he was like, you know what?
Because the
Let's
NBA.
just- because that was their rule.
Because
back
the
then.
NBA's rule, yeah.
But he was like, you know what? Let's just do red. He's like, what he say? He was like, let's do red.
He goes,
if we get sued, we'll pay for it. And then he said something like, if there's controversy, we'll embrace it and we'll shoot a commercial off of it.
yeah.
Or
So
it was something like that.
Like original
was,
clickbait?
It was dope because Jason Bateman was the actor that was playing the role, and he was the one that was like business oriented, right? He was the one that was like, let's not do this. This is stupid. Let's not do that. And then when they said, with this red on the shoe, we're going to be fined $5,000 a game.
Mhm.
And then they looked over at Jason
I thought it was
Bateman.
25.
No, it was 5.
It was
Five?
5.
5,000 is nothing.
Pile up though,
1984.
82 games.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true.
1984.
You do 82
So,
times.
but
Yeah.
but but
Yeah,
that but that was the
25 is
thing.
a
So
statement.
But this is
So
also
they
back
go-
in 1984.
yeah,
True,
so
fair,
so they
fair.
go. There's too much red. We're gonna get fined $5,000 per game for it. And then they look over at Jason Bateman, who's been against pressing the boundaries and stuff. And Jason Bateman goes, "How about more red?"
Yep.
That's just what he said. How about more red?
They all-
Cold.
they
Instead of
Cold.
like they were all expecting him to be like, let's tone it
Yeah.
down. He goes, fuck it, let's make
Yeah.
more red and let's just pay the fine.
The whole summer of that scene was fuck it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And it's
Yeah,
and
just
it's,
do
and
it.
it's, and
That's
it's,
amazing.
and it's so smart too,
It's
bro,
amazing.
because $5,000 isn't it's not going over budget when you're thinking about having 10 players on the court every night, and
Yeah.
one of them stands out because their shoes
Yep.
are completely different than everybody else's white
Yeah.
Converse.
I mean, like you said, back in the day, the dollars changed and the amount of money's changed. But 5,000 to me is pocket change to break the rules on that level, because you definitely
but
make.
you're also gambling on somebody that's never played a day in the NBA.
It was a high risk, super high risk.
high risk, high reward.
It was a high risk, but
And that's why at the very beginning
Was
of the
Jordan
movie,
really ever
at
high
the
risk?
very beginning of the
Yes,
movie,
bro.
we don't want to get too much of the movie away for you, Drew. But at the very beginning of the movie, he went to the casino and he sports betted, and he won. He like betted on hella games and he came up. He had a roll this damn thick, and then I think he ended up playing like poker or something. And he fucked around and lost it all.
Sonny
But then,
did,
like,
not
Yeah,
Jordan.
Sonny, not Jordan, but Sonny.
Yeah,
Matt Damon's character.
I
Yeah,
saw
Matt Damon,
I saw on Fox, Colin Coward had Sonny on interview about the Air movie, and he talked about it like real Sonny
Yeah.
talked about the
Fire.
real experience.
I gotta see that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's some. Google it, you'll see the conversation. But Sonny talked for a while about the real experience in dealing with Jordan's mom and getting to know her more than Jordan originally, and he got to
She
really.
wouldn't let him talk to Jordan. At least in the movie, like the way
he
they
said that
portrayed
too.
it.
He said that too. He said that he's like yeah. He's like when it really comes down to it, the person that was probably the most intimidating, the most thing was her.
Yeah,
he's
hell
like I got to know her when I first started. She was like protecting the young, like a bear cub, protected him all day long. And he's like I had to like break through and I had to get to know her. He's like I felt like I tried to wine and dine her, but that wasn't really working. Like there was just things that where he was like she just wasn't buying it. And he's like I'm the big. He's like I was.
That's Mama Bear.
He's like yeah.
Bro.
He's like we were the. He's like we weren't there, but like we were like one of the big players, and she just wasn't going after anything. Smoke and mirrors would never work on her. That's for sure.
Dude,
but like
what movie just got out? There's nothing but old people leaving that theater right now.
Y'all seen John Wick 4?
No, not yet. You seen it? Fire?
Man,
I heard.
I can't, if I give you too much of it, then you ain't gonna want to watch it. So I can't. I'll tell you this. It's a blind man in the movie.
Blind?
And then John Wick.
All right.
Okay. All right. Maybe Guardians of the Galaxy's let out.
Oh yeah, that might be it.
You know, everyone's going to see that. You know.
All these old people though. I feel like
It's
this is
early
more
for
like
us
a
to-
Tom Brady flick than everyone's coming to see that Tom Brady with the old ladies.
Tom Brady.
Because there's nothing but everyone is 60 or over.
What movies came out this week?
That Gardens of the Galaxy is the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen.
You know,
that.
Tom Brady's about to own part of the Raiders.
Oh.
Tom
Really?
Brady's
Actually, I think you.
buying the
Bro,
Raiders.
did I
Buying
see?
part, he's not going to be involved
Did
in
I
decisions.
see that the
but
Oakland Athletics are moving to Vegas?
there's talk.
Everybody's going to Vegas
Yeah,
now.
they're all going to Vegas.
I mean, bro, like what's happening? What's happening
Money.
to,
San
to,
Fran?
to Oakland?
to Oakland and San Fran, all these guys like shifting.
Yeah.
Things are changing because, like, obviously, you know, the San Diego Chargers moved to L.A. Like everyone is
Damn.
just kind. You know, that's San Diego went to L.A. So
Yeah.
like these California, it's just
Got rid of the Coliseum after 100 years or so. How long has the
Something.
motherfucker been around?
Hey, well, we still got USC, which Bronny James.
Bronny James is going to USC, man, but he's staying close.
Close to his dad, get those inner tips, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He would. I don't think.
It'd be
much-
way too much of a distraction.
way
too
too much of a
much.
Yeah, yeah.
distraction.
He,
You know,
because he
like
doesn't just come with athlete. He comes with the biggest
celebrity.
name.
Yeah,
Celebrity.
He's
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
He's the biggest name that would be at OSU, bro. And that's one
Yeah.
of those things where like people are gonna want to party. They're gonna want to bring you out. They're gonna want to bring you to High Street.
And that's how you get in trouble.
That's how you get in trouble, bro. Especially in a place like OSU that's gonna allow it, and they're gonna
Embrace
they're
it.
gonna bend over backwards. And
for him.
the police are just gonna be like, "Hey, Bronny, just go home. Like
Yeah.
we'll take care of it." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Next thing you know, he goes to the NBA. Then next thing you know,
It's
next thing you
He's
know,
just in on
next
Sports
thing you know,
Center.
he's on live with a
Right.
gun. Him and John
oh no,
Morant.
ain't no way LeBron letting that fly.
right until LeBron
He ain't letting
sees it.
that fly.
That's the thing is like LeBron is he's gonna go wherever Bronny goes.
Look, bro,
So,
nothing but old people walking out again.
the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And
that's what
it
goes.
is full, bro. That's nothing like, and everyone's walking out those front doors too. No one's even
Damn,
thinking twice about walking through here.
that is a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen over 100 people walk out of here in the past minute and a half, bro.
Let me see something real quick. I'm about to look up AMC movies.
Yeah, what movie got out right now?
What came out?
I would
today?
say the movie started at 7:15 to 7:30. So
AMC Newport
Yeah,
Levy. Here we go.
Yeah,
guys.
what movie started at 7:20?
What we got? 7:20.
Guardians of the Galaxy, 7:20.
Check showtimes today. All right.
Bro, I gotta talk about Michael J. Fox.
Yep, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Nah, that was at 3 o'clock though. But hold on, they had IMAX at 6:45.
No, that's 3 hours ago. That would be it.
Okay, whatever.
Michael J. Fox, bro.
Super Mario Brothers.
So Michael J.
Could be, yeah.
Michael J. Fox has a new show on
The
Apple
Book
Plus.
Club.
There it is. I don't even know the movie, but there it is.
But that-
Sound like some shit, don't it?
That's
That's-
what he looks
that's
like.
the book club.
That's what we
It
watched
sound
now,
like some-
yeah, that's what-
man, the
That's
book
who just
club.
came out. Of
That's
the
the
book
The
book
club.
book
club.
club, bro.
About 100 people. They made some money
the
tonight.
book club.
They're still
crew.
coming.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, there's dozens of people.
I gotta use the restroom before I
Oh,
talk
hold
about
on. They
Michael
got one.
Jackson.
Hold on. They
Get
got
to
one.
Michael J.
They
Fox.
got one. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. That could be one.
Maybe. There's a lot of people.
And it's PG-13. You know what I'm saying? They got some stuff. Love Again.
Love
They got
it.
that John Wick. Hey, John Wick went crazy. Dungeons and Dragons.
I don't know if that's the Dungeons and Dragons crowd. They were
okay,
some
never mind.
older people.
Knights of the Zodiac.
They're still coming, man. I wish I could get a camera over there. Can't see them where Yaman's at, but maybe in the far right corner, you can see some people walking through. But coming down by the dozens. They're still coming, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not getting. I mean, the average age probably like in their
all we gotta do
40s,
is ask
50s,
one
60s.
person.
They're older.
Just ask one couple.
Yeah, who'd you go see? They were like the book club.
Oh, never mind. That's where everybody wanted to go.
There's your answer right there, man.
Right there. Yeah, man.
That's crazy. That as much as like people, have streaming services and different ways to take content in and media.
You
and
still want to go out and see the movie.
they still want to go see the movies,
It's
man.
just
It's
the
still
experience.
it's the experience, right? It is literally something that you can't replace in your own home. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you have, in like intense surround sound and gigantic TV, or even like Jay used to have the projector we
I was
use.
just about to say that. The projector.
The projector, like, even if you have a projector up on the wall to watch a
Nothing to
movie,
beat going
it's
out to the
not
theater.
the same as that.
Because
that movie vibe, man.
They with their wives. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And someone with their girlfriends or whatever. Nothing beats that. They still want to go out and see it on the big screen, man. Like nothing ever
literally
beat that.
nothing beats it.
Exactly.
Nothing beats that experience.
Yeah.
And because like the cinema holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. They're there because not only do they want to escape reality in some sense, long day, long week, whatever
Get
the
up
case
out
may
the
be.
crib.
They're gonna get out of the crib. They're gonna be in their own setting. They can get their popcorn, get their snacks. They can sneak them in. People do that stuff all the time. But like they can get where they feel comfortable. They can get into the movie. Escape for a little bit, and then they get out, and then they're out. So they
You
can go
might-
get dinner. They can go
Yeah.
enjoy the rest of the night.
Yep.
You're not at home because when you finish the movie at home, you're still at home. What do? You continue being at home. You don't go out at that point. You
And
go
then
to
you
bed.
never know, man. It's probably
Yeah.
people here that ain't even been out since COVID.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
So,
sure.
like, so
Literally, I have people come in here at the store all the
Yeah.
time, like they're coming like, we haven't been out here. We haven't been out since the start of the pandemic. This is our first time out. I'm like, how are
that's a long ass time.
long ass time? You know what I mean? Like they've been working, they've been doing their job. They may work remotely, so they go to the movies to get that experience and be out in the public and be social. And the movie theaters provides that,
Yeah.
and it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, I am here for it. I don't go watch a lot of movies. I'm not a big movies guy per se. I like to watch movies, but I watch them at home because I would rather spend my time at live music events and stuff like that. That's kind of where I would spend my Friday night if I had to choose between that. But I'll go see a movie, and the place. I mean, we're in a place where movies are only going to get better, bigger, and better, just because of the level of technology they can put in it. And we're talking about like the experience of going to the movies compared to seeing it at home, and why people still go to the movies. Yeah. So like you're getting to this level of movie making with the sounds and everything and embodying it. And if you go home and you might have a projector, we talked about your projector and the wall and how you might watch a movie there, but like nothing, no matter how big your screen is, replace that movie theater.
Well, it's just
It
like
just-
it's
it
just-
just- it
it's
just
just- it's
can't.
just like if you're at the house. It's just like if you're at the house and you got a Bowflex, or if you got a treadmill at
Come
the
on, dude.
house.
Sit.
Yeah, you got the treadmill at the
Tire
house
up.
and you can run on the treadmill all day. But nothing to beat going outside and taking a jog around the city.
yeah,
Getting
treadmill.
some fresh air.
That's a great
actually
comparison.
seeing stuff.
What a great comparison.
Yeah.
Like
That's solid. Yeah.
You might
Treadmill
have a
versus
Bowflex
that
at the
fresh air.
crib. You might
Tyrell in
have
the
a Bowflex at the
building.
crib, but
Hey.
it ain't go beat going out to Planet Fitness or for the people who stay in California. What is it? Venice Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Muscle
everybody
Beach?
works out at it.
Muscle Beach? Yeah,
Venice
Santa
Beach,
Monica.
You know what I'm saying? You got the Bowflex at the house, but won't
Yep.
nothing beat going outside, calisthenics.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Push-ups, pull-ups. Off the like, it's life, bro. Like
Yeah.
you can't be in the house every day, all day. That ain't good for you.
Some
Period.
people would rather be at home all day, every day. I know it's the
not
type,
good
but
for
it's
you.
not. It's not good. You
It's not
need
good for
you
you.
need that fresh air. You need that social interaction.
Bro,
It's human
I
nature.
had my memories on Facebook popped up the other day when I was talking about. It was literally like 2 days ago. Memories from 2 years ago, so like high pandemic area time, when I was talking about, because the movie theaters were closed, and I was like, yo, like, what are the chances that Amazon buys AMC? Because I thought that was real, bro. So
I did too.
There was at one point where AMC's stock got down to like $4 a share, and like I pay attention to stocks on shit like that, and it's like, bro, like at what point does AMC come in and go, hey, I'll buy it because AMC's like they've got their own production studio now, right? Like, and you know, speaking of that, dude, like. Same subject, but just a quick pivot. The Amazon Fire Stick, one of the smartest inventions that has ever come out. Right now, think about this, bro. You've got Paramount Plus, HBO Plus, Showtime, Apple Plus, Hulu, Netflix. You got all these companies, right?
Peacock.
So you can get all that on Fire Stick, right?
But yes, but listen. So how do you know what's on the Apple Plus, right? Or what do you know what's on Hulu? You don't know like that there's these new shows that are on all these apps, right? But the Amazon Fire Stick has the home screen, bro. How much is that home screen worth? When you're on the Fire Stick. And when you've got all the apps lined up right there, and then you've got that top advertisement of whatever movie, whatever show is coming out, dude, Jeff Bezos is so smart because he's selling these things for $35, or on Amazon Day or Prime Day, they're $19.99, and you're basically taking a cheap TV and turning it into a smart TV, right? So. You know, he might be breaking even or losing a couple dollars by selling that Fire Stick for $20, but how much is this dude making on that home screen by advertising? Hey, Hulu, if you want to advertise this new show that you got coming out, you're going to have to put it on the home screen, or else it's not going to be seen unless people jump into Hulu, and once they get in the Hulu account, then you can show on all Hulu's top stuff, right?
Right.
But the home screen of the Amazon Fire Stick is a free-for-all. You know what I mean? So, like, how many, like, if like, for instance, I was talking about Michael J. Fox. He's got a new show on Apple Plus. It's not a show. It's basically a documentary about his life, on how, you know, he was doing Back to the Future, and then he started to get Parkinson's way back then and didn't tell anybody for 7 years, bro. And so when he was on these TV shows, you know, he's got the flicker in his hand, and so a lot of the time he's checking his watch to hold his hand so his hand's not twitching.
Wow, yeah. Wow.
So he's in the show, and he's looking at his watch to tell the time, but really he's trying to control that tick that he's got. But
Interesting.
so to think that somebody comes out with something like the Amazon Fire Stick, which a remote control alone costs you $30 for a TV, right? If you got to go and buy one, but you can buy the remote, the Fire Stick, the attachments, all that for $29.99, and now he's got access to your home screen. So it doesn't matter what TV you have. It could be a Zenith, it could be an LG, it could be a TCL, bro. But as soon as you hook up that Fire Stick, he controls the home screen. How insane is that to think, bro? That this dude's the gatekeeper of so much. And it doesn't matter if you're Paramount. Right. It doesn't matter if you're Paramount, bro. Like, you got to pay me if you want to be on this main screen.
Right.
So, to think about that, and to think about how Jeff Bezos has really leveled the playing field and put everything into his favor, I thought for sure, bro, that he would buy AMC at $4 a share when it dropped down to $4 a share. Come in, buy it, because the Tom Cruise movies and the Denzel movies, they'll never go to home theater. They're always going to have a place at an actual theater instead of going straight to on demand at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the movies are gonna, no matter what, gonna have a place just because it's date night.
But they almost didn't, bro. They almost went under 2 years ago.
They did because of the pandemic really is the reason, because people couldn't go out. But now that it's thriving, I thought Amazon was gonna buy them too because it made so much. AMC, it's a natural fit. Literally the letters AMC, it could be Amazon Movie Company in 2 seconds. Like, and you wouldn't have to change any signage or anything. You literally just, it's done. You know, maybe change it to green, change the red to the green, and be like that's a simple fix.
Put a little smiley face underneath it. That's all you had to do.
Period.
Amazon movie
AMC.
company. That sounds genius.
Yeah, bro.
It's
Honestly.
AMC. It's literally there. They had the opportunity, and a lot of people made some money on that stock because people are buying it up when they saw it low, and then it just obviously is going to shoot up. There was another stock that was low at the same time. GameStop. That was another one, bro. That was like, what happened? Just like,
And then
boom.
it went
Well,
back.
well,
and then it went back up.
GameStop's still in trouble, bro. Like they've yeah, they're. I saw videos maybe a month ago on an actual employee that was like breaking it down and saying, hey, like your local
GameStop.
arcade, like your local stores to sell games, like. You need to check on us because we're not doing well. You know what I mean? Everything's on demand now. You don't need to go buy the hard copies. You can download the digital versions and weed us out completely.
I would rather.
So I mean, like there's a reason why half the store is Funkos now over video games,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
they got to adapt or die.
They
bro.
have to, right.
But this Michael J.
Fox. I was gonna say something about it too. David Spade got his start because of his only thing he had was a Michael J. Fox impersonation.
Oh, really?
David Spade, yeah, he did. I saw it on Instagram the other day, and he was like, "All I had is my big thing that at the time I could do other funny stuff, but was a Michael J. Fox like impersonating thing, and he did it, and." I guess SNL or whoever it was, he had the whole skit, and he was Michael J. Fox, and then they were, I guess the producers of the show were like, teach him how to be Michael J. Fox. He's like, really? That's my thing,
Yeah.
and the only thing I had. He's like, the only thing I've got. That's all I have in my back pocket. That's how I got on the show. That was like my tryout was being Michael J. Fox. And they said, give it to him. He's going to be doing it. And he's like, what was I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So I taught him, and he's like, and they went on stage together. So that there was 3 Michael J. Foxes. And he's like, I'm doing this stuff, and everyone's paying attention to this other guy. I can't remember the guy's name. And he's like, but really, I ran the whole skit, but I didn't get the credit. But that was all I had. It was a Michael J. Fox, impersonation. But like, that's crazy. Like, he did it. He's here now. He's famous now. But like, Michael J. Fox was kind of like a start of people took it off. Yeah, because of Michael J. Fox's impersonation, like, and being him. And that tells you how much that guy's impacted people. Michael J. Fox is,
bro.
like,
I mean, back in the '90s, bro, he was the man. I mean,
He was, yeah.
Grammys and the whole nine, bro. Or not Grammys. He didn't playing music.
right,
Back to the Future.
Oscars.
Yep,
But
Back to
so
the Future,
yeah, like that. Well, that was what I was gonna get to, bro. Was Back to the Future, because he, like, when he was filming all that, he was going through Parkinson's, but he didn't tell anybody that he was going through it,
Man.
and he hid it for a long time, which is crazy, bro. But they're talking about rebooting Back to the Future.
I've heard about that. Is there really like truth to that? Are they really gonna do this? Like,
There's so
I've heard the speculation, but like,
I
a big
hope
move.
not, bro, because
Yeah.
the move, like, the trilogy's perfect, bro. Like, everything, like Doc kills it, Michael J. Fox kills it, but
I mean, Rick and Morty.
here's the curveball, bro, and you'll appreciate this, Tyrell. They're talking about, instead of Michael J. Fox, it being Tom Holland playing Marty McFly.
Oh.
You know what?
Get it.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be
bro,
mad at that.
it's kind of fire, bro.
that
Kind of
kid is-
perfect.
That kid
he
is
looks
doing.
it. He looks
He's
it.
doing his thing the same way Michael J. Fox did back in the day with the shows and that
Clean
movie
cut,
series.
really, like,
He is that
Dapper
guy.
Dan style.
Tom Holland is that guy right now. I could see it being pretty cool. They need to do a genius doc. They need to make the cars.
You know who they
realistic.
want as Doc?
Who?
Nobody.
Nah.
They make like Jim Carrey old.
I mean, Jim Carrey is
that
definitely
would be
old.
pretty good. They want Robert Downey Jr. as Doc.
Oh, that would be perfect.
Honestly,
But I like Jim
That
Carrey a
would
little
be
more. Make Jim Carrey
perfect.
gray hair and do
They've
like
already did
Well,
renderings of what
Jim's
what
done.
Robert
Journey
would-
already
Jim-
give you that scientific
Jim's
vibe.
done.
I think Jim
Iron
Carrey's
Man.
done acting, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think he wants to make.
He said
he makes
Sonic.
art in his basement.
He
Is what he
said
wants to
Sonic was his last thing, and
Okay.
I'm like, I feel like he's not gonna act anymore. I feel like he's just gonna direct. He's gonna be behind the
Yeah.
scenes at this point because he's already done everything. Like
I
he was
think
God.
he hates
Like,
Hollywood though. I don't think he likes Hollywood.
I think he's. I mean, when he started doing the art, like the art was just so. It was so crazy. I was like, it's good, but it's weird good. Like it's not.
yeah.
It's not something I'm seeing on billboards.
But he's
It's something I'm
literally
seeing
stayed in 3
on
days
the, on
in a
the
row.
sign on someone's
I wonder,
restaurant.
I wonder
That's what
how
I'm
much
seeing.
how much one of his pieces of art.
He's
Oh,
li-
no,
he's
no.
literally staying in his basement for days
He's-
at a time and
yeah,
just
yeah,
doing
yeah.
art. He doesn't even care about the world.
He did
He's
like
just
this.
doing it.
He did like this cleanse or something. I don't know exactly what he described it as, but it was like he just went away from everything, and then he comes back, and everybody asks him questions, just like Seinfeld. Seinfeld goes away and he stops doing things, and people come back and they ask him questions because he's that guy. So it's like, I mean, I could see. Something like that. I don't know what it was, but
I
it
think
was
it's like a
something
therapeutic thing.
Yeah, it was something like he went off the grid for like a long time, and then he just recently started coming because he did Sonic. So he started coming back, and people saw his face again. So it was a huge thing. Seeing him with that beard blew my mind. Like
Yeah.
shaved face Jim Carrey
We talked about him
was
earlier
that guy,
with
but
Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty, he was God. He actually played God. But that's what I'm saying.
Talked
Like,
about that earlier in the episode. Yeah.
yeah,
Tonight.
he's just I don't know. It would be interesting to see him do more things, but I'm like, be the background guy. He didn't did everything. You were the king of SNL. Like, dude, you did everything.
Bro,
Living color,
yeah.
in living color.
Yeah.
He gave gratitude. He said the reason why he was what he was, it was because of black entertainment. That's why he got to where he needed to be, because he had all of these people. The Wayans brothers family got him to that point. So I'm like, I love to see him give credit back, because, you know, obviously he earned his place in history as one of the best.
Yeah, and if he wants to sit in his basement and do art for 3
Right.
weeks,
Let
sit
the
in your
man,
basement. Yeah,
let
leave
the
it
man
alone.
sit in his basement. He can do
And
whatever he
art-
wants.
Yeah,
He's Jim
you know,
Carrey. Like, let him
exactly.
live his life.
If he wants to do that, don't question the man. Just let him
Nah,
be in his
nah.
basement and let him get away from the world.
As long as he is
Yeah.
still alive, I
Right.
am okay.
I know
Let
he,
him-
I know
let him
he,
do
I know
some
he has a
pop-ups.
problem with like society and how it's gone. He's like,
Oh, no,
he's
for
like,
sure.
he's like a stay woke type of person. Like he's like,
For sure.
do your research type of thing, which I really respect, because he's gonna expose some people in his mind. Like, I'm gonna tell him how it is. The world
It's-
is not what you perceive.
It's one of those
You know,
things that
it's pretty cool.
everybody has to look at that person as, oh my God, this person's crazy, because Jim Carrey was Hollywood for so long, and now he's speaking his mind, and because he's doing that, he sounds crazy. Everybody that decides to speak up sounds crazy, and I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I don't care if Jim Carrey's saying it. It's got to be correct.
Right, because
period.
he's been in rooms and he's been in situations
He's
that
seen it.
are exclusive, and like specifically he's allowed there. Very few people are there. He's experiencing stuff that no one else is experiencing because of who he is. So if he's speaking it as to be true, I'm gonna take his word for it.
It's gotta be,
because
it's gotta be.
I mean, no one's in the
100%.
rooms he's in.
Right.
He might be in a room with 2 other people that know so much more for whatever reason, and he's like hearing them in because they're talking to Jim Carrey, so they're gonna give him the.
You know, it
the
actually
tea, you know?
it brings me to that idea that you were saying about like people that we've had on, like who is in Greg Hamilton's phone, who is in Jim Carrey's phone.
Oh, right.
Right. We was having that
that's-
conversation the other
right,
day.
Yeah. That's how I
Who
kind of gauge.
who
yeah,
does
yeah.
Jim Carrey has as his contacts? Like, imagine the amount of people that this man has touched in the world in some way, shape, or
that's a
form.
good question.
Who is in that man's phone? He's
Who's
got to
not
be
in his phone?
You're right. He's got to be talking to somebody that has some information. He's got to be talking to people that like they know what they're talking about. I don't think Jim Carrey is going to be a person who's going to waste his time with someone who's not talking right stuff. You know,
He seems like he's a natural skeptic.
Oh, for
He
sure.
questions everything, which is
For sure.
first thing you should do, because
You got to.
reality is not necessarily your perception. You're perceiving reality in your own form. The light's hitting you in a certain way. The light hits somebody else in a different way. Look at everything as light. Like people, they say that just because you're viewing it, when you're not behind your head, what's happening behind your head? Is that world still alive, or is it not? What is it? You can only see it. So your perception is reality. So he's perceiving things, and he's getting a certain level of truth that they're given to him because he's in a unique position. So they're going to give him that. So when he's getting this information, bro, do not take it lightly. He is telling the world, and I'm surprised no one's tried. I'm sure people have tried to shut him up.
Yeah.
Because he does speaks, man. He says some stuff. I've seen some Instagram reels and TikToks that he's saying, this is not what you think it is.
Yeah.
Don't trust them. And
He's
it's like, what?
He's one of the big reasons why I believe that the Matrix is real. Why I believe that this whole thing is just like someone else controlling it because it's so many people that are coming up and speaking out. But like Jim, of all people, when I started seeing him talk, when I started seeing him look different, slowly shift, it's not just old age. I'm talking this man looks different.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey looks different, bro. That it started all the table started turning, the wheels started turning in my brain. Like Jim Carrey looks different.
Kind of like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers does.
He's doing the same thing.
He does.
He's going through this. He's just like Jim Carrey. He doesn't have to go through many doors to get to where he wants to go. He literally gets the front row seat. He gets a front row seat to the party.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers does, because who he is. So they're gonna give him information, and they trust he's gonna do with it. And he's like, you know what? I'm actually gonna be an outward thinker, and I'm going to go on silent retreats. You know what I mean? In the pitch black, and I'm gonna do hallucinogens, and I'm gonna explore. And you've got the money to do so. So. What am I looking at?
So that's rewinded to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
That's AI generated Tom Holland over Michael J. Fox and Robert Downey Jr. over Doc. And it's crazy looking,
that sounds
okay.
crazy.
I mean, I'm here for it, but I'm not, bro, because there's some things that just need to be left alone.
Don't touch it. Yeah.
But like I was
going to change a lot of people's
I was a firm believer on
he fits perfect.
not redoing Top Gun, right? Because I thought Top Gun was well made.
It was perfect,
bro.
But the second one,
the original one is trash now compared to this new one.
The second one was amazing, and it blows my mind that like I only watched it that one time. Like I want to go watch it again, but I rewatched the first one again, and like then watch the new one, and I'm like, bro, and Tom Cruise is really doing this stuff, bro. Like we got to give a hand to this man. Jay showed me a video. Before I saw the movie of Tom Cruise just like out of the plane, just chilling. And I'm like, bro, that's not acting. Like he's really standing out of this plane over the world, bro. Like he's doing this. It freaked me out.
He loves doing his own
I was
stunts,
like,
bro.
this man is
no fear.
another world. Him and Jackie Chan are on a different level, bro. Like ain't nobody doing it like them two.
They're both breaking
you
bones
had a Bruce
in
Lee.
movies, man.
Yeah, I mean, Bruce Lee, I'm just people that are here now.
Jackie Chan was on another level. Jackie
He
Chan
was on
has
another level by himself.
You know Jackie Chan. You know Jackie Chan had the Jackie Chans, all these different Jackie Chans. There's a whole group of them that would do like the next level stunts and stuff as he got older and didn't do
believe
them.
it.
There's a whole group of them.
I thought he was notorious for doing his own stunts.
He's got it. There are other Jackie Chan. He's got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah,
You can
I
look
believe
them
it's
up.
I believe
Look
it's
at
to
Jackie
the
Chan's.
point
There's
where
tons
it's
of
like
them.
he did so much, maybe he stopped and let them do
At
some
some
things,
point, yeah,
and then
something
he came back.
He did
and
most of his
started-
own stunts, but there's some because there's some where this one stunt guy like jumped off a barn really into this one thing or something, and it was one scene, and it was like the guy's very first Jackie Chan opportunity to show what he could do,
Right.
and like they celebrated him and stuff. And
I look at it as it's both. I look at it as
shout
both.
out to him.
There's probably a lot of different actors that like do their own stunts, and then there's certain things that they just don't do. I think it's just both. I think it's both. I seen The Rock's stunt devil, and I'm like, bro, that dude, they could almost be. It's just the head and stuff like that. But I'm like, bro, who's really out here doing their own stuff? Tom Cruise, bro. Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He's doing his own stuff, bro.
So crazy fact: Jackie Chan fractured his skull and impaired his hearing in a 1980s stunt that was dangerous. But
I believe it.
Like he did do most of his own stunts. I know
sure.
that he broke his leg in one movie, and he had to wear like
He
an
kept
air
going.
cast.
He kept going. It's
Same
crazy.
thing with Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise jumped from one building to another and broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Because he was short, like maybe a foot, bro.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
you showed me that.
the front of his foot hit the side of the building, and it snapped his ankle. And I think they still use that same footage for the movie, bro, which is crazy to think that you're like jumping from building to building, break your ankle, and still pull yourself out.
Right.
He's like, all right, hold on. I need to stop for a second. All right, let's keep going.
Give me a second.
Did we get that cut?
Right.
We got that cut. All right, cool.
Give me a second.
So
Yeah.
that makes me
bro.
wonder now, because I'm like, so we know about the Top Gun Maverick. I'm like, bro, all of those Mission Impossibles, all that stuff that he was doing in those movies, like, bro, was all of that really real? Like, bro, I'm thinking about he's scaling buildings.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Buildings,
sure.
man. Like, that's crazy.
He loves doing his own stunts.
Oh, I
bro.
believe it. I give that man so much support. I couldn't see any other person doing the things that he did the way he did it.
Does,
And that's-
does
and-
Bruce Willis?
And that's
do
why
Bruce
Tom
Willis?
Cruise movies will always be
Yes.
in
Top-
theaters.
What about
Top
Bruce
tier.
Willis? Did he do any of his own stuff?
I think he probably
like
had
Die
a
Hard.
he
Did
probably
do
had like a
anything against
stopping point.
He didn't. There was nothing too dangerous
Yeah.
about what he was doing. He wasn't jumping from building to
He
building.
did simple stuff.
Yeah.
Clump.
I just like that.
crawling
We're on the
through
topic. I
things.
wonder if any of these guys like inspired by them. Like,
Yeah.
because like if you're in the Hollywood world and you see Tom Cruise
doing his own shit.
Yeah.
yeah, and you see him like getting to the top of the pyramid, and you're like, maybe I should.
I gotta
like,
learn
I
how to do
could
stuff.
I
Yeah.
could see somebody like Channing Tatum being like, "No, bro, I don't need a stunt double." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
see
want to
that.
be as good as these guys. Stunt doubles not in my realm.
I look
No,
at it as
that's
like everybody
fair.
should have it as an option. The movie looks great. You know, there are certain things that just we'll never know at the end of the day. But
Hey,
like,
bro, there's paydays to have, man. If it's too dangerous, get a stunt double.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what there people get paid to do this crazy stuff to break their body in 100%. If I can get a stunt devil for most of aerial stuff, oh yeah, 100%. Hire him 100%. I want to be the guy on the ground. I don't want to be that guy.
I saw this thing about stunt doubles, and like they're like, "Aren't you worried about getting hurt and stuff?" And a lot of them, literally, like it's just part of it. You just deal with the pain,
That's what you get paid to
and
do.
you wait till it's over, and then it passes, and
Yeah.
you do another. And like it's just the thought process. Like the pain is just part of the.
people
temporary.
fall down the stairs,
Yeah.
bro, on purpose.
yeah, it's
On
just,
purpose.
For a
It's just
paycheck.
part of it.
Oh wait, hold on. You didn't do it that right. You got to do it
The
again.
pain is just a feeling that you're experiencing, and they understand that.
Yeah.
And that mental strength, they don't get enough credit.
Crazy.
Definitely
No,
don't get
no.
enough credit. 'Cause they're no one knows who
every
they are.
stunt devil in every movie needs to be shouted out at some point in their career. They need the respect. They need everything because these movies wouldn't be that dope, especially before like we had the technology we have. We can fake so much stuff. Like they need more credit. They need more credit.
Bro,
if I could like be in a room,
Brad Pitt has a stunt double, bro. That
He
dude
has
needs
to.
to be making money, right?
he has to be
'Cause
making cheese.
he has to look as good as Brad Pitt, and then
Right.
He's doesn't even get the credit, bro. Like
Nah,
it's
bro.
Brad Pitt that gets the credit
he's
for
not Brad Pitt.
for
Yeah.
taking that.
But no,
that
every
Those hits.
every
Fight
single
Club.
stunt
Bruce
devil,
Lee punch to the stomach.
right.
Right.
Every single stunt devil needs credit, bro. Everyone.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
100%.
Well, I mean, that's what Jackie Chan did. He had the Jackie Chans, and he gave him credit. There was a whole documentary on him. Like he gave him their shine.
I need to
Look
see
'em up.
this.
Look 'em up.
I
There's a
believe
bunch
you.
of
I
'em.
believe you.
Yeah.
I feel like I said,
The group picture's
in-
hilarious.
in the
'cause they all look
earliness,
like him.
in the earliness of his career, what I feel like is 90% of all his movies, he probably did everything up until a certain point, and then he was
Until he
like,
couldn't
"All
do it
right,
anymore.
yeah." I was like, "All right, let me slow down because I'm old." When I seen Jackie Chan with glasses on, I was confused. It wasn't the mustache; it was the glasses. I was like, "I've never seen this man look different in any part of his career, and now he's wearing glasses. He's really old." Same thing with Jet Li. Jet Li bald now.
Oh,
Jet
I was
Li's
just- I
bald
was just-
now, and
I
he's
was-
got glasses, and he looks weird as hell.
I was just gonna bring up Jet Li, bro, and I was just gonna talk about him, man, because that's
Jet-
like that.
Jet Li was
he's-
that
He's
dude.
another
He was
fucking
that
dude,
dude,
that
bro.
that's just. He's so good at what he does, bro. That like you can't have
upsetting.
a stunt double to do the type
It's
of karate. he
upsetting
does.
how talented that man was. There were the speculations that like both of them were dead at one point, but there was a real life thing. Like Jet Li, he had to go through something. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was, but he's still alive. He's still here, apparently.
The Jackie Chan stunt team, founded in 1970, the Jackie Chan Stuntmen Association. He has a whole association of stuntmen, and
That's
they're in a
insane.
lot of movies. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
I mean, it makes sense though. Like he's done so
He
much.
did most. I think he did most of them until certain
Yeah.
stunts were maybe life threatening,
or
whatever.
he was
You know,
really
Jackie
injured.
Chan was supposed to be on a plane, 9/11, and he didn't go on. He didn't go on the plane for some
I believe that.
reason.
I know Seth MacFarlane
Yeah.
got stuck talking to some kids at Boston College, bro.
Oh,
He was supposed to be on one of those planes, and he stayed after to answer questions at a college, and missed his flight that saved his life.
And it's
Yeah,
so
crazy.
it's so
I think
crazy.
Jackie Chan was sick, but something happened, and he
So
didn't get on the
crazy.
same flight.
Yeah, to
And
think-
they missed that. That's so.
I
That's the
think-
luckiest you've ever been
I think
in your
there was-
history of your life. If you realize that was your plane ticket and you're looking at it, you're supposed to be on there.
some kid is talking to you about how do I become the next
You.
fucking you? Yeah.
And then you realize, like, dang,
And
that
it
could have
hits
been.
the Twin Towers.
Damn,
Like,
kid, I'm about to miss my flight because of you. And then all of a sudden the flight fucking.
Thank you. I missed my flight
Yeah,
because of you.
yeah,
Man,
thank you.
I wonder.
Thank you.
I wonder, like, how many other people missed that flight? Like, that would like just go and talk about it. Like, bro, I was supposed to be on
That-
the 9/11 plane.
I got
you
a
know, like,
plane ticket here.
Right,
like, I'm supposed
right.
to be there. Like,
I would probably hold on to that ticket if I was one of those people, famous or not. I'm sure there were other people that
How
missed the flight.
crazy is that to think, bro? That there's probably those tickets
Physical tickets, yeah.
that are still just
Yeah.
floating around somewhere.
I would hold on to that ticket if I was supposed to be on that plane. I would
oh,
have
for
that
sure.
somewhere.
I would have it framed.
Yeah, somewhere. Like, bro, I could have lost my life.
Yeah.
And I'm here. I'm here.
In
today.
memory, and I'd have all the list of all the people who
And I-
died under it. I'd
and
be
I-
like, memory of these
yeah.
people. Like,
I love to say
Yeah.
that 2 of my uncles were there the day it happened on the
Oh, wow.
opposite sides of the town, and both of them are still alive to
man,
this
that's
day.
crazy, man.
Doing what they do. Honestly, doing what they do. It's so cool to think about that. Now, I was a child when it happened, obviously, but like knowing that story, like, bro, like they could have been dead.
Yeah.
I could have never
Where-
grown up with them in my life, and
Where were you when 9/11 happened, Jay?
I was a freshman in college.
I was an 8th grader, so I was
Yeah.
in science class.
I was.
8th grade. Yeah. Okay.
I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Miss Coon's
I
class.
think I was a. I think
How
I
many
was
where
a
was-
freshman.
How many years apart?
We're about 8.
8 years apart.
I'm 34. You're 42.
I am 42.
If I gave that away on the thing, sorry, but that is. We'll do a quiz
That's-
later.
yeah.
Yeah, I was at NKU. I remember we didn't do shit that whole day in class. They rolled that TV in and we were just watching it. It was just like,
I
what the
was-
fuck is going
I
on?
I'll be 35 in July, so I'm almost there. So it's like 7.5.
I was sitting on the
I'm cool, bro. I feel good at 42.
Dude, I feel great at 34. I'm ready for the next 5 years. Whatever we will make some
Yeah.
dreams come true, bro. I'm ready for it.
I
I was in 8th grade in science class. It was like they told us over this intercoms at well, I was middle school, so 8th grade, grade middle, and they told us told to check the TVs. So Miss Coon turned it on. It was like it felt like a movie. I didn't really understand. Like we were
was
there, but like
happening,
yeah, like what's happening here?
I was
Yeah.
sitting on the floor. My mom's cousin or best friend, whatever, had a daycare. Now she has 2. I was sitting on the floor playing with a car, and I looked up at the TV, and it was this weird noise. And I know my mom was holding me, crying. It was my 9/11 story. What about you, Yam? Do you know? You know where you were?
Yeah, of course. I was in the 3rd grade, and we was at PE, and they brought big screen TVs out to the middle court of the gym, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought we was watching a movie.
Yeah, that's what it
A
felt
lot
like.
of people say that they think
yeah,
it was like a movie.
I mean, I thought it the same
All right,
thing.
I
I'm
thought it was some movie we was
gonna
watching.
change my story. I was at the airport, and I was trying to get to New York, and my flight got delayed. My ticket got canceled actually,
Oh,
and
man.
so I had to fly into New Jersey. So I
Just
didn't.
missed it.
Yeah, I was supposed to take that flight.
That would be
Man,
wild, bro.
Wild.
Bro.
Why can you just imagine like if you were supposed to be on that flight and it went down and went like that and you see on the news after you're irritated that your flight something happened to you and you're mad, you're cussing this and all of a sudden you see
Right.
You know, here
What?
is a true story. I flew into
Cold chills.
New York September 11th, 2002.
year after.
The 1 year anniversary, I flew back into New York, and that was freaky.
That is
Just
freaky.
just being flying in during that time and being on that flight heading to New York on September 11th was definitely eerie. It was
yeah.
I couldn't imagine
That-
even getting on a plane.
Like they'd stop, they'd
knowing
stop flights for a
knowing what happened and being old enough to like understand it. Like I had to learn about it in school, and I'm thinking to myself like, bro, I was alive. Like I still get like weird vibes sometimes. I'm like, bro, I was alive. I was alive during 9/11. I was alive when freaking swine flu happened. I was alive freaking COVID. Like all these things that happened, and I'm like, bro, I'm dodging bullets.
COVID,
Way
bro.
too young to even know it was going.
I mean,
Yeah.
I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I was
You said you
here.
was in daycare, right?
I was in, yeah, my
I was in the 3rd grade.
yeah, I was.
I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I knew the TV was on. I knew that for a
remember
fact.
going to PE, and I
It was
remember
on.
them rolling that big screen TV out in the middle of the basketball court because we had a carpet court.
What?
We had
You
a
had a
carpet court.
Carpet court.
court?
Damn,
There's
you
a
talk
basketball
about
court that's
fucking
on
rock
carpet.
burns, bro.
What?
Yeah.
What?
How
I
How you
could
be
not
balling
imagine.
on the carpet?
I feel like I would hurt myself.
Yeah, bro.
Central Park,
Talking about rug burn.
Central Park Elementary School.
Interesting.
Central
Yeah.
Park Elementary
Alabama.
School.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a carpet. Yeah, it's a
That's
carpet
interesting.
basketball court.
I feel like that
I've
would
never
be-
experienced one of those.
Yeah,
so
I've never seen
I
that.
ain't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was a normal.
normal thing, right?
Right.
You only know what you know, right?
You were in
right.
third grade, right?
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never.
Carpet basketball.
And I thought we was
court.
just watching like some action movie or something. And maybe that's just how it was taking place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then like when I got home, then that's when like because we ain't had cable or nothing, so it's like Fox 6 News and all that. Then
And they was
I was
talking
able
about
to
it.
put it together.
Did they send you guys home earlier? Do you remember? Yeah, at all. They sent us home early.
No,
They cut school. They
I
cut
don't remember
school
them sending us
at grade
home.
early.
Really?
Yeah, they like started getting things together. They were like, we're gonna talk about like the next steps. We'll keep you posted, kind of thing. And then they ended up like cutting people early, and people started coming to pick their kids up. Like a lot of people were just freaking out over it, man. I just remember the whole day just was completely when it was taken because it happened pretty early.
Yeah.
The day.
My
During the
school was
day.
also like it was probably like 3 or 4 blocks down the street from where I stayed at, so it wasn't like I could just walk home.
Right.
Sure, okay.
Third
You know what I'm saying?
grade.
But
yeah.
I don't remember them letting school out early. But I do remember like them bringing that big screen TV in, and because usually we either be playing like they'll let us play basketball or they'll like let us play soccer. You know what I'm saying? Little fun stuff to do for PE. And that day I remember they bought because you know how it is. You come to PE, you want to know what we doing fun for PE today. They bought the TV, them big screen TVs.
Yeah,
outside.
Oh, shit. We're about to watch
thinking-
highlights.
Yeah, we
Right.
thinking like, okay, I guess we watching a movie today.
Right.
Yes,
So
What's
we-
Jordan doing today?
Right.
Playing for the Wizards.
So
I'm just saying, though, right?
We see stuff, you know what I'm saying? We see the little planes flying into the buildings. I'm thinking it's an action movie. I'm thinking maybe
Yeah.
watching a movie.
I would too.
So I ain't thinking nothing of it for real.
Yeah.
And then I'm like 8 years old.
Isn't it
8, 9
crazy
years
that
old.
like
what
the
I'm saying?
difference between kids' thoughts and adult thoughts? It's like you see it and it's got to be a movie. Like this can't
Gotta
be
be
real.
real.
Yeah.
Can't be
literally
real.
on God, I
Can't be
swear
real.
I thought it was a movie.
I mean,
I thought we was just
I'm
watching a movie for the
Bro,
day.
I was in college and it didn't seem real. Like I remember being like the way that the college room was set up. It was all the chairs were basically like a big like horseshoe, where our backs were against the wall, and then
Yeah.
the teacher was up front, and they rolled that TV out and just fucking no class today. Just this is what's happening.
Yep,
and
we
you're
just
like,
watched.
what the fuck is going on?
We did the same thing. They
I
had
had-
TV, they took the TV on. We watched it. They did an announcement over all the intercoms around. Like they like let everyone know something was happening, and there was a high alert and whatever. Like not a lockdown, but it felt like that. It was very weird.
Yeah.
It was strange.
Even then, when
They shut all the doors.
Even then, when that happened, I still didn't understand what was going on. And
For
I
sure.
remember, I remember
didn't
they
register.
I remember they because they changed the location of the Super Bowl that year.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to have the Super Bowl at a certain spot, but I think they ended up bringing the Super Bowl to like Houston or something, and they changed up the whole logo of the Super Bowl. They had, from what I remember, they had like the picture of the U.S. like the country, and it was something like that.
Yeah.
Bro. I can't
And
remember.
the Patriots really popular back
And-
then too, because the Patriots were
Yeah,
obviously
this is the
everyone
year the
bound
Patriots played.
bound
yeah.
behind the
Yeah.
Patriots. Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that. I
Bruh.
mean, I was old enough to be, into that thing. Like at that point, I was already a Rams fan because I was a Rams fan since '90, like the early '99. Like so, like I had already been there in football. It was my thing. And the Patriots, were then taking
They
down the
played
Rams. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
there
Do
you
you
are.
guys
And they
remember
won-
the
and
commercial?
They won 20-17.
They did.
Do you guys remember the commercial that
memory.
was played?
Come
I know. Mad respect, bro.
Like, and out of everything that happened in 9/11, dude, the one thing that just, like, I remember more than anything, there was a commercial that came out that it had, like, nothing but a bunch of houses, like, on one street. There weren't, like, rich houses. They were just normal, like, duplexes. And it said something like, they thought that they were gonna change the United States when they did this. And they said they did. And then all of a sudden, the screen went black, and then it came back up, and all the same houses had American flags on them.
Oh, okay.
Like that shit was like,
The unity.
yeah, bro,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go.
The unity was crazy.
Try it again, son. You ain't gonna
Right.
do it. Ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Try to
Come at
get
us,
unity up in here.
Right. America, USA.
Like
Bam.
that commercial, bro. Like
United States of
I'll play the
America.
video for you, bro, because
It's
like
true.
that one little 30-second commercial like changed my life. Like, fuck USA, bro. Let's
Yeah.
go. We're here.
Dude, everyone was bonding. They were all bonding.
Here.
They were linking arms and arms across the nation. Like it was that deep. So that is, I mean, you're older than us at that point. Like I was in 8th grade, so I was still young, but you were in like adult world.
Yeah, bro.
You were in the middle of
yeah.
like think about it, like where their perspective was much different than mine even.
For
but, like,
sure. I was a young adult, man. Like just learning, bro.
Chilling,
Didn't like
playing with a car.
didn't really think
can't
that,
choose when you're born. It is what
Yeah.
it's.
like this shit could even happen, right? Like
Yeah.
this doesn't happen.
Yeah, right. And like the
Not
fact-
to the U.S.
I can't even imagine what them folks in New York was going through.
dude.
Oh,
When
man.
the buildings started collapsing and all that shit started like
To,
you
Dude,
feel me?
that
All
smoke
debris and
storm,
to
everything.
bro.
just be there.
It's
What?
like every man for themselves. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
Yeah.
wait. Not like you gotta start like
And the
everybody
voicemails
start
and the
running.
voicemails that started coming out on the people that were on the planes calling their families and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and all
come
this
on,
stuff that
bro.
was happening. Like they were like reporting the stuff, like saying goodbye to their families, and like it just
That's heartbreaking.
Dude,
I couldn't even.
you
I
listen
couldn't
listen
listen
back,
to it.
like
I couldn't
say
listen
them
to it,
saying
bro.
goodbye and like
They know they're about
it's
to die,
happened
bro.
because they
Like,
watch it on the
right,
plane. Yeah,
it's right
they were doing
there
whatever
in
like,
front of the kid.
People jumping out of the building, bro. Just
Jumping
just
out.
Oh yeah,
just to,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
It was people jumping out of the building. Yep.
It
Man.
blows my mind to think how big that place was. To think like we're gonna die anyway, so it's like you're gonna go this way, you're gonna go this way, you know. And it's like I probably
But if
wouldn't
you
have jumped.
if you jump,
Wouldn't have
here's the
jumped.
thing: if
That's
you
it.
jump,
It's over.
you're dead before you hit the ground. Keep that in mind.
For sure.
Just so you know, like if you were to jump from that high, you're dead before you hit the ground, like
Right.
because your heart is going to stop because of many different reasons. Not only the blood, there's a lot that's happening. If you jump, you are going to die before you hit the ground. So
Your body
if you
will go
know
into shock.
if you know that and
Go
you
into
know
shock.
whether than die in flames, because how long is it going to take you? Do you die instantly if you get
But-
if you
Burn
get second
alive?
if you
Burn
get
alive.
second if you get second hand on it, like let's say the plane doesn't hit you directly, but you're like 30 yards away and then the flames are taking you out and you're burning there and you're not getting out, you're gonna die, but like it's gonna take time. Or you jump out of the building and you're not gonna hit the ground by the time you're dead. You're going to be, it's gonna be over. Like, and you know what's happening in that real time. What are you thinking? Like, what are you thinking?
ain't
Like,
thinking?
it's there. It's happening now.
It's just adrenaline.
Do you take that
pumping.
window?
Straight
Do you take that
adrenaline.
window?
Nah,
Like,
bro.
you don't have any other. What is?
Thinking.
Because some
I
of these people
would've-
got trapped. They got
Yeah.
trapped. There's a lot. Like the plane happened below them, so they're done. They know it's happening.
Or the
They
people
couldn't get to a staircase.
or the people that were under the building as
Under,
the building was coming
collapsing.
down, bro. Like you're on the sidewalk.
You already at the sidewalk. You better start running.
You're
You
on the
better start
sidewalk.
running.
But I mean, I'm saying like it happened.
better-
It happened, and then the thing
You
like
better
the
get the
aftermath
bucket.
of it. That dust was so powerful. How it affected the city.
Dude.
Man, you better
Like,
find
bro,
out.
there was so much. It was so
Yeah.
much. If you didn't die
Bro,
from the
and it
building, if
happened
you didn't die
fast,
from
too,
the
though.
plane,
Yeah.
you didn't die from the oxygen level. Like
you died 7 years later from
Taking
from
in
your
From
lungs.
radi-
Yeah.
Taking all the
that
dust.
damage from.
That's
There's
what I'm
like
saying.
almost all the fire department and the police
Right.
died within 7 years.
And,
of
and that's
that.
what they said about like when they dropped that bomb and then the radiation hit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
the Boston Marathon.
Hell no.
No,
we talking about when
Hiroshima.
they dropped that bomb.
Hiroshima, yeah.
Hiroshima.
Yeah.
He's
They
talking
dropped
about
that
like
bomb.
a real bomb.
When they-
Atomic
Atomic
bomb.
bomb.
Dropped that bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Boston Marathon.
I'm not
That's
laughing
just
about that.
that's
I'm
just
just
yeah.
saying, you know what I'm saying?
That's just
That was a backpack.
I was just
that was
I
the
was
side
making
of a
sure,
trash can. Yeah.
I was making
No,
sure
you're good.
I
You're good.
understood.
No,
But
clarity for
no,
sure.
that's that I couldn't imagine. I couldn't
the
fathom
the 9/11 thing
concept.
with the building falling too. Like, can you imagine? Like, you think you're safe.
Yeah, you're out of the building.
Regardless of where you are.
You think you're safe at that point for like
Right.
maybe like 3 minutes. You're like, oh my gosh.
And then it hits
I
the
can't
second
believe we
building.
just, that is crazy. You catch your breath and all of a sudden it's down and you're
It
dead.
hits- it-
Like you
yeah.
had like a moment that you could have gone and you try to catch your breath, you put your hands on your knees, you relax, and all of a sudden like you just
then
know it's happening.
boom. Yeah.
It's over. Like that's so deep and like
I don't know
sad.
how many people just stood outside that building.
They
though,
probably
and
run,
just caught
just-
their breath. They're
But can
probably
you-
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But can you imagine like
you had newsmen out there that was
They were
reporting
running
live
close.
and they saw it. And
Yeah.
then as soon as
But-
when they seen it, they was like, oh, we gone.
But can
Yeah,
you
they
imagine?
took
Can you
off.
imagine running down all those flights of stairs? You get to the very bottom. You get there, and you might
Right.
have tripped,
That's
and
a
you're just
lot of
thinking
flights
you
of
think you're safe
Right.
for a second because
Oh,
you've
yeah.
done all that work to get there. You ran from the 15th floor to the 20th floor, 25th floor, and you're like,
Hell no, you got.
And then all of
And
a sudden it starts collapsing,
and then
it,
it just
it
comes
just
down,
turns into
yeah.
like
You
a
just
it,
getting started.
exactly like a snow, like when the
Just
snow from a mountain comes
yeah,
down and you
bro.
have to just outrun.
If you was anywhere close around that building, man, I promise you, nah.
It's the people.
The
it's
video,
the people
video
that,
had the fire department running. People, everyone was
Yeah.
running from that, bro.
It's the people
Man.
that like
I can
are
vision it. Yeah.
are still here now that like had to witness that. Like people, just think about like anybody that was in the city at the time that it happened.
Even people that was away from the building
yeah, they were affected.
as it was coming down, they
it-
still
it-
had to run.
it
and
affected-
it caught up fast with them.
it
When it
affected
started trickling,
so many
it
people.
started going down like this, and it hit boom, and
That
it
was a
started
huge-
doing that.
It was a huge building. Like
Right.
it.
It's,
I
man,
couldn't. I couldn't
buildings,
even
bro.
think.
Two
Two
buildings.
buildings.
I couldn't even
side
think-
by side.
I couldn't even think of the amount of like air capacity that it would have like, for the
Compression
for the
and,
whole
like,
city
yeah,
for
you
those
would-
buildings. Yeah.
Just on all that dust and smoke, bro. It's just gonna fucking.
debris, all types
it's
of shit.
sad-
Like,
it's
the-
sad
the
to
shit
think
you
about,
can't see
man.
that could
Can't
probably crack
breathe,
you in the
bro.
side of your
Yeah,
head.
man. Yeah.
A debris bounce off the wall.
Yeah, I
or
was
hit
gonna
a
say.
car,
Yeah,
crack
I
you
was
in the
gonna
side of
say
your
like
head.
any
Yeah.
debris that's coming down, like
Flying
probably
pieces.
land on
Flying,
someone.
you don't even know where it's coming. It's
every
like a damn,
every
it's
single
like a
one
straight
of
bullet.
those.
Yep.
Bro, there's windows on every single floor. Like all that glass.
All that
too,
glass
like,
had to
Yeah.
go somewhere.
it's-
Just cutting
man,
people left and right, bro.
Right.
You could have been miles away in a car.
And the wind carries
Shattered.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Like
fast too.
yeah.
bro.
And,
all right, we gotta end this
Yeah,
on,
man.
on a
There we go.
positive note,
bro.
man.
It's getting
Shout out to
sad.
everybody.
Is there anything
Thoughts are with
positive?
you, bro.
Anyone?
Mother's Day was Sunday, and we all hopefully
Shout
we
out
got
to
a
the
chance
moms.
you
Shout
feel
out
me?
to
We
the
got a
moms.
chance
Shout out to the
spend time with our
moms,
moms,
bro.
and our
That-
families.
Basquiat's one of his paintings just sold for $67 million, bro.
Damn.
That is
67.
amazing.
Can you
Um,
can you imagine dying at 27 years old and then 20 years later your art
You're-
sells for
27 Club?
67
I
million?
I would be
27 Club.
I don't
Man.
know.
I'd be
I
sad
don't know
'cause I wanna
who.
live to see it happen.
Right. I don't know who made these pieces, but I was in the plasma center. I got it on video. It said that someone bought two. I don't know if it was like vases or something like that. $25 each. Both of them are worth $60,000,
And they got
and
them over there?
and they only spent $25. No. I was watching it on the news. It was talking
Oh,
about different
gotcha.
reports, and I did a video like on Snapchat, and it was like they spent 25, but they were
Yeah.
worth $60,000.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
tight.
bro, imagine that. Like, bro, I'm cashing this in. What do you mean? Like,
There was an original
60K.
bust of just like a head sculpture
yeah,
that somebody bought at a Goodwill maybe like 4 months ago or something, and they only paid $30 for it, and it was like an original sculpture from Italy from like the fucking 1800s or 1700s or some shit. So he actually donated the sculpture back to Italy, bro. So like now they've got it on display, but
oh my goodness.
the dude found it at a Goodwill for $30, man. Like that's crazy, man. You know,
They-
to think.
I know he wanted to do the right thing, but they could have really blessed that man just for doing something like that.
Oh, I'm
like
sure
that.
they did.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure he just didn't give that without any.
Hey, look, I got this piece, man. It's worth something.
Yeah, but I want at least lifetime flights to Italy. When
Oh,
I
for
need
sure.
it.
I got to be
Easily.
able
So
to
I can
come see
my piece.
I got to be able to come see this thing anytime I want. Like that's where I would be.
right.
Lifetime flights to Italy. That'd be dope.
But that Jean-Michel Basquiat photo or painting was fire, bro. It's one of those real long ones that has like all of his artwork on it, not just the skull, not just the crown, not just like the dinosaur. This shit has all of it in it, bro.
everything.
And I'm watching this Christie's auction. They started at 40. I think they started at 40 million, bro. And it's just like 40 million, ding. 41 million, ding.
Started-
42 million. Who's got 43 million? 44 million, 45 million,
They
46
started
million. 40
at 40 million.
They started at 40 mil, bro, and it was like people were just ordering like it was McDonald's, dude. I was like, holy.
If I had that kind of money, man.
How do people have that much money where there's this many people that are bidding on
Right.
spending $50 million on one piece of art for your house? Like, what could you do with the world and with your community around it if you just took that 50 million and put it into your own city, bro?
If I put that 50
What?
million
Yeah,
in
like-
Cincy, bro, I could. we could do a lot. We could definitely do a
The
lot.
fact-
How
that
do you
people
come? How
have
do you
that
come with that
much.
extra money?
Man,
You just
It's-
pull up.
It's not to cover your bills or anything like this. It's just for an art piece that's gonna go on that wall. Maybe that wall. We're kind of deciding when we get home.
maybe the bathroom wall, maybe
Like,
the living room wall.
Maybe
I haven't
living room.
decided.
Do I want to
Maybe-
look
maybe
at it when I shit, or
bedroom.
do I want to look at it when I eat dinner? What do I want to do with this piece of art that's going to cost me $50 million?
Jay-Z puts it in the bathroom so he can see it when he pisses.
Oh yeah, for
y'all,
sure.
y'all know the lyrics.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And
I
that's
gotta be that
right.
guy.
So why like? There's just so many other things you could do with that cash flow, and you could literally
Honestly,
you could change the trajectory of so many people's lives, and they would give everything back to you. You would make money
Just
so much better. But instead,
literally.
you threw it into. I love
67
art. I'm here for
million.
art, but oh man, I don't know. That's
I
rough.
would wonder,
It's a lot of
since
money.
he mentioned Jay-Z, I would wonder how many pieces of art exist in Jay-Z's house.
Oh,
like
bro,
like
it's
we're
full.
talking about one piece of art. This man's got so much art around his house. I'm sure.
I bet you Jay-Z's got dinosaur dicks like in frames.
Bro.
You know what I mean? Like he's like, oh
Jay-
yeah, that's a T-Rex dick.
Jay-Z's got a naked picture of Beyonce somewhere in that house, man. I'm telling you.
Of course you do.
And it's worth billions. It's worth
It'll
billions.
probably be in his bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's not just
well,
gonna
they.
have it sitting
It's in the
outside
house.
anywhere and
It's in the house.
in
That's
his
all I'm saying.
bedroom.
He's
If
got-
you're lucky enough to go in Jay-Z's house, bro, it's in there somewhere.
got- in his
He
bedroom.
is like got everything you would ever want, man. He's
For sure.
Jay-Z has got he's probably got like
99 problems.
But a picture ain't one.
But a picture ain't one.
one.
Got 99,000 pictures in his house.
The art ain't
For
one.
sure, yeah.
He's killing it. He's
got to,
he's
bro.
made moves beyond just music, so like the Nets and everything.
I would want to know like what
He's a
would be
goat,
his
bro.
He's
most
a goat,
what
yeah.
would be his
I agree.
most expensive art piece. I would want to know what that is for Jay-Z.
Probably the Basquiat.
Yeah,
I
but
would-
he
I
talks
would-
he
about
talks
it.
about it.
He talks
I
about
would
Basquiat.
I'd have to go see
I mean,
it if
especially
could.
after this one going for 67 mil, bro. That just took his art. And just
He's got to be like, all right, bro, but mine is worth, and you see how big it is. Like, that's Jay-Z.
Yeah, he's something else, man, and he's only
another
gonna get
level.
more. He's gonna do more and more and more and more. And
For sure.
he's got that stupid money, and so
Bro,
with stupid money,
it's-
you make crazy.
It's gonna be
decisions, so-
people that are talking about I have something that was in Jay-Z's house in 3,000 years. Like that's gonna be the conversation at
like
that point.
Pharaoh shit.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I got this solid gold toilet that Jay-Z sat on. Like, it's gonna be that weird
Solid
shit.
gold toilet.
It's gonna be that weird shit, but people are gonna talk about it because Jay-Z's that guy.
You know,
Weird
Jay-Z's
what
got a real throne.
Yeah, no,
in
for
the-
sure.
in the bathroom.
For sure. Someone's
Oh.
gonna be talking about this. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Solid
for
gold
sure.
toilet. I have it. It was in Jay-Z's house.
I would hope that it's heated.
Oh,
It's gotta be that.
Sometimes toilet seats be cold.
Yeah, I don't like
Bro,
cold
I've
toilet
got-
seat.
I
I don't like it.
I've got an idea. I've got $1 million idea for a toilet seat, bro. So, like the second the seat that you sit on, like the one that you put down, right? If you sat down on it and it just did this,
And spread.
spread your cheeks, bro.
Oh, no,
just
nah.
like this.
Oh my god.
I can't
Yo,
do it.
think-
Yo,
yo, think-
sorry,
think-
man. I can't
think-
do it. I can't do it.
Bro,
Wait a minute.
You know you don't want the booty cheeks all dirty, bro. You sit on the toilet seat and it just rocks this way.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And all it does is it just
Yeah, it's
pulls it
killing-
apart like
Man, I
that.
can't do it,
He's-
man. Hey.
He's
Hey.
right though. He's right
Hey,
though. Look at
hey,
him.
I'm sorry,
hey,
man.
you can't do it, you won't get a
Can't do
cut.
it, man. No.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, you won't get a
Nah,
cut.
man.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a minute. The J Banks toilet seat. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Man, I wish
Think
I would
about
see
that. Think-
toilet seat catching
Bro, this is
hydraulics on mine.
this is not a bad idea.
It's not.
look,
It's not. I
man,
agree. I
but
agree.
But look, there's somebody out there that's counting checks because he designed that fancy toilet seat in
Bro,
Japan.
let-
There's somebody out there that's counting checks right now
need
because
that
he's got that
toilet
toilet
seat
seat in
in
Japan,
my-
bro.
Let
I'm
me-
telling you.
Let me tell
I'm telling you.
There's somebody counting checks on a toilet seat that they made out of carpet. You remember those carpet toilet
now, I'm
seats
cool
from
with
the
that
80s?
because that's
No, that's terrible.
You talking about
That's German
like you mean like the
fused.
toilet with carpet on the actual seat?
On the actual seat,
On the actual
bro.
seat,
Yeah.
Actually,
I wouldn't
For
sit
that
on it.
is
City?
that
I
is
would
that,
not
that
sit
is
on
that
it.
is an
I
80s
actually,
thing.
Can I actually say something?
Yes, sir.
I actually
He did it.
I've been to a chicken house and she actually had a carpet.
That's old school 80s shit.
She actually had a carpet on her toilet seat.
Yeah.
It was comfortable
It's
because when I had to take a shit, You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's-
I was straight.
It's
'Cause,
comfortable
like, I
for
don't
the
my
like
grandma
for the
had one.
first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
I can't-
then you
I
start
can't
getting
sit on
booty
toilet seat
hairs all
doing that.
tied into it.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, because of the fabric. I get you.
Listen.
But I can't sit on the toilet seat.
Listen.
Nah,
That
I'm
it like
sorry.
like
I
when you
have
sat
to
on
be-
it,
Nope.
it like
no,
I would
can't.
have to be the
I can't do
only
that. I can't
person
do
that sits on that carpet toilet seat. I can't share that with nobody in my house, bro. I don't care.
Nobody,
The
bro.
wifey got to use the one downstairs. We not doing that.
No,
Nah.
we're not sharing a carpeted toilet seat.
we not
But-
doing
I
that.
don't like
But
sitting on
a toilet seat that spreads the cheeks like
no,
this, bro.
I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Look, man.
I'm here.
Can't do
I
it.
can't do
Can't
it,
do
bro.
it.
Look.
I think it's a great idea.
Nah,
I'm
hell
not-
No, I can't do it.
I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to make shitting a better experience for
Oh,
everybody.
my
No,
God.
that's not the- I
Because
don't
then
need
you
that
because then
experience.
it's just the wiping process.
Nah,
is,
I
it's
don't need
easy.
that.
Bro, you know how little of,
know they got them toilet seats?
manufacturing or mechanics you need to actually just have the as you sit down, the toilet seat just curves like that. It just bends a little bit. Not doesn't make it uncomfortable.
Listen, I don't
it
even like
just
them- I
says,
don't
"Hey,
even-
player, we're open for business."
I don't
Oh
even
my
like
gosh.
those
Yeah.
toilets
I
that
agree.
like
I-
when you gotta take a two. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take a deuce. I don't even like them toilet seats that they shoot the water off.
The
on your
bidet.
ass.
The
Bidet,
I don't
why-
even like that.
Nah,
I
bro.
mean,
That either.
that's a
So
little
I can't
invasive.
even. I can't even imagine
I-
toilet seats going up your ass.
I would-
No, it's not. It's not gonna thumb you.
No, I'm
It's-
not saying that.
All
I'm just saying.
all it's gonna do is take this part of the seat. This part of the seat is just gonna do this
no,
right here,
I can't do it.
and
Oh my
and all it's
No,
doing
bro.
is this right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I ain't
Smile.
My ass ain't
We'll call
smiling for nobody.
hey, we'll call it the smile seat. You get paid for that, bro.
Yeah, yes.
The
And you don't have-
smile
And
seat.
you're gonna smile. You don't have to wipe as much.
Hey, you know what our slogan will be?
I can't. It's
You know what our
That's
slogan
great.
will be,
Not
bro?
sitting my ass on no seat like
35%
that.
less toilet paper.
Oh my God. Oh.
I've been doing good with toilet paper,
Let's
man.
get it.
Let's go, bro.
Smile
Just
toilet
do
seat.
it.
Come and
I wipe with
toilet
accuracy.
near
The smile seat by Native.
a
Right.
bathroom
I
near
wipe
you.
with accuracy.
Yeah.
I'm good, man.
Hey, don't knock
Don't
it till
worry
you
about that
try
shit.
it,
I'm
bro.
not trying it. No, I'm not trying it.
That's the t-shirt.
The
That's
s-
the t-shirt. Wipe with
Not
accuracy.
using it.
The smile seat, bro.
Smile
I thought
seat.
the water that shooting in your shit was enough. I was
But
like,
that's
all-
an
already
extra
getting too
factor.
far.
I've never
That is-
used.
Hey,
I've
here's-
never used the
I'm not fucking
bidet.
with it.
I would try it at least once. I've never used one.
Well,
I've
you
never
can
used
try
one.
it. I'm
Another
I'm
another
trying.
motto for the toilet seat. Shit so clean.
Shit's
Shit's
so
so
clean.
clean.
I'm here
I'm-
for
I'm
it, bro.
There's
good,
nothing
man.
to
I'm
see
not doing it. I'm
here.
good,
The
man.
smile toilet.
There's
seat.
nothing to see here.
Oh my God. We got to make a shirt. We
Man.
got to make a shirt. That
Like-
sounds funny as hell.
Like, I'm
I
good.
think you could really do like have the toilet and then like have a cover on there, and then when you were sitting, maybe like the way you sit, it automatically pops up, so it doesn't have to be mechanical. You can-
No, it
Yeah,
doesn't
as
need to
soon
be
as you sit
mechanical.
down.
You can literally put two balls in underneath the seat. When you sit on it, it just
it weights it.
fluctuates.
Yeah, the
left
weight-
to
I
right,
wish-
bro.
The weight
Where like
fluctuates.
you
some
wouldn't
futuristic
need
shit I wanna
any
see?
automatic things in it. It would just literally
It would
your,
just
your
do it.
pressure would just and as the toilet seat hit down, as the pressure hit, it would just slide open.
Yep.
You know what I want to see?
No
happen?
no TP needed, bro.
I would
No
want to
TP
see a
needed.
toilet seat where
I use baby
you know how
wipes
the toilet
anyways,
seat sit
so
up?
no
You know how the
TP
toilet
here
seat sit up,
anyways.
right?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
I wish like they had it where like if you know you got to take a deuce, when you put the toilet seat down, it automatically shoot the paper out around the toilet seat. Cause I don't like sitting my bare ass on the toilet seat. You know what I'm saying? When I
Even
go
at
out-
home.
No, at home is different.
Okay.
When
At
you
home
out
is
in when you out in
When you
Oh,
out-
public.
I mean, when you're out in
But
public,
like you out in
like,
public, as soon as you sit the toilet seat down,
you're
it's like,
definitely building a bird's nest,
and then,
bro,
like-
for sure.
Yeah,
'cause I
you
don't
gotta
like
wrap
sitting my
that
bare
thing.
ass on the toilet
Yeah.
seat.
My dad told me that when I was young, man. You gotta wrap that thing
I
up.
put toilet paper down every time.
Yeah.
Bird's nest. That's why I call it.
So,
bro. Bird's
so who
nest.
was the
Everybody.
one that's another thing? Somebody invented this. There's certain places they have these like sheets, and you just
They
lay
got
it on
them
top.
here.
don't
They got
work.
them here.
They got
Levy.
them. No, they got
Yeah,
them.
they got them here.
But
They
they
got
don't
them here.
work how you think they work.
I've used
Never
used
work
it.
how
They
they work.
always rip. You trying to pull it out.
Yeah,
and
I've
shit,
used it
shit
'cause you gotta,
rip.
like,
I'm
you gotta
goddamn,
pull it
I'm
out
better off just using toilet.
Oddly, it's
Toilet
so
paper
weird.
works.
But I'm just saying, somebody
Always
came up
works.
with that idea, and I'm
But it
sure they
just
make
take
money
time.
off of it.
You wanna
You gotta tear
you wanna
it
know the
off
best
from
part
one
about
layer.
that idea, bro? Is the center of it drops into the toilet.
Yeah.
So as you put the toilet paper and your shit in there, it's gonna pull it right off the rim, bro. So it's not
Yeah.
like you're gonna come in there and someone's bird's nest is gonna be sitting on the toilet.
Nah,
That thing
flushes
is
with it.
designed to flush with everything else,
Yep.
bro.
Great invention.
Yep.
Great invention.
Second
Nah, you know
greatest
what?
invention for the toilet.
Forget
First one is
forget paper.
the
Like, how about they just put a bottle of fucking Lysol in those stalls?
Because people will
because
spray
people
people.
people steal that shit.
Yeah,
Well,
they'll put it in purses.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I got a bag here.
You
and I
gotta,
need some
you gotta
Lysol
make
at home.
it,
Let's
you gotta
toss
make
it.
it so that it's
you
so,
going down bad. if
it's
you
a
gotta
so
fix Lysol.
smooth transition in and out. You know, if it's a self cleaning
Smooth
toilet.
transition in and out. Sounds like my product, bro.
Smooth transition.
If it's a self cleaning
It's a-
toilet,
it's a-
that's one thing. But if you give people the option, it's gonna be that little kid that's gonna go in there and tear that bathroom apart, and then it's gonna be that one guy that's gotta come in and clean it. He gonna look at that shit and go, "What happened?"
Hey, you know what? Another thing I think us as men we need to work on. We need to work on our aim.
That's fair. That's fair.
Bro.
I've been to the Reds
I feel-
games.
well,
I've been to the Reds games, and I've
this,
seen.
we should ask the-
this
we should
straight
ask the
man's
one-
talk. This straight
the-
man.
the one
this
I-
straight man's talk
the
now.
one eye man over here. How's the aim? How's your aim game?
It's
How's
not.
the name?
It's
It's a legit
not,
question.
It's not
ask
bad, but
questions.
I think it's the pressure. It's where you're pissing is the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta piss on the side of the toilet to let it slide in.
Yeah.
If you just go straight into the water, you're
It's
just
splashing.
gonna
Sometimes
create
your
a
shit-
mess,
but you know,
bro.
Right.
sometimes-
I mean I get it, right?
Sometimes your
Like
shit sneak up on you because like it. I done woke up early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Take the little morning piss. You know, I'm looking dead at where I want to go, and
And
then
it's-
it be. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
yeah. I know. what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
know
that's
what
a
I'm
struggle.
talking
Yeah, that's a
I'm
struggle.
like,
Yeah.
oh shit. hold on.
that's
Yeah.
called pre-cum build out, bro.
I-
That's fucking.
I thought,
Whoa, what's going on? Hold on, I gotta stop real quick.
bro, I thought I was some abnormal
Wow,
species, bro.
bro.
Like
This podcast took a left turn.
I've never been able to go straight. It's always sideways. It's
Oh,
always I do it at an angle, legit on purpose, because it doesn't go straight. I don't know,
Tyrell just
Right, he's just
bro. I come in to the side, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna go this way, so I might as well.
Honestly, I don't even try to hit the water. I always go for the side of it anyways. I don't want to make any sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like a
straight
mouse
for the
in it.
middle.
I'm really a
Yeah.
mouse. I literally
see
aim for the side.
See,
and
I
then,
get both because if there's a bunch of guys in the bathroom, you want to be like, oh shit, fucking just dump it all right there, make it all sound all
Make it
fucking
sound loud and
loud.
shit.
even if there are people in, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate.
Bro, but something more than all this, like guys need to learn fucking toilet etiquette, bro. Sometimes I go in there and these motherfuckers do not care who's in there. They're
all on the
just
seat.
no, they're just fucking shitting and it's
Oh, that's
fucking
horrible.
bro. Like some people like have etiquette. They'll flush the toilet when they're about to fucking
Yeah.
drop one,
Yeah.
or they'll wait to get out of the bathroom. Bro, some of these
Cover up the
people.
sound.
They would
They
just
just-
destroy that bathroom.
You just
They
walk
leave
in.
the-
He's
they
like,
leave the
"Good
turd."
lord!"
I'd have walked in
Like,
that
what is
bathroom
happening
before,
right
and
now,
I'd have walked
man?
in that bathroom before, and they'd have left the whole fucking turd still in there, and and they
Yeah.
be questioning me. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't wipe your ass before y'all left out.
Man,
Yeah, nah.
Where's the toilet paper?
Oh my god.
no, that's because that they got our seat in there. No need to
Yeah,
wipe.
they got the split. Called the
Oh,
splitter.
and ladies, we can't forget about them ladies, because when them ladies with them long ass nails, I be questioning their ass too.
Split shit toilet.
I was
Oh
the-
my god.
the splitter
Them nails,
shitter.
they be
That's
damn
the
dead.
shitter
They
shitter.
be
The
like,
shitter
"Girl,
splitter."
how in
Bro,
the
if
hell
if somebody can
How
come
you
out with
even
a
did
squatty
that?
potty, we can come out
Oh.
with the fucking splitter
The
shitter.
shitter splitter. The shit splits. Shit splits. Like,
I just
shitter splitter.
I gotta know
Man.
how are y'all
There's a
doing
name.
it with
I
these
don't
with these 10,
long ass
10
nails.
feet nails? How y'all doing it? I
That's a
need
good
to know.
question.
I be thinking that
I
too.
That's a
need
good
to know.
question.
What are
I'm
y'all
like,
doing?
yo.
I don't know
What's
how
the
that-
secret?
Palm that shit, bro.
See, I don't know how they navigate. Like even outside of taking a you know
Their hands be looking just like this.
They look like
shit to the clit on
Yeah.
that point. Bro, like,
right. But here's the
they
thing.
looking like Freddy Krueger in that thing.
For
But
real.
they be out here navigating like their cell phones, like having to tap their phones. I'm sure
They
those
gotta
nails get in
tap
the
it on the
way.
side,
Like tap 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 with those long nails. I don't even know how they.
Don't tell you tap 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 don't touch tap 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 touch me.
Yeah, I don't know how they manage with those
You
nails,
gotta
bro.
wash them
Every time I
hands
see girls
30
with long ass
times when you
nails.
touch
Right.
me.
What's
Every
under
time
them
I see a
nails?
girl with long ass nails like that, I'm like, man, look.
Look,
You gotta go.
I don't
shorty.
talk about it, but that'd be one of the first things I be thinking about.
You gotta
Yeah.
go, shorty.
How
Like
you maneuver with that shit?
how do you live every day
Yeah.
with your nails like this like this
S-
long?
SWV nails, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nails
How
be
do-
goddamn this long.
Sisters with voices. No one. I'm that old. No one knows who SWV is in this motherfucker.
Nah.
SWV.
No.
I get it. I know you want to look cute and shit, but I'm thinking about the other shit.
Yeah, you thinking about the real shit.
You about to poke an eye out over
I'm
there.
thinking about
Bro, you gonna poke
underlying
yourself.
I saw this girl post her on her. She has nails to a bunch of people, and she made nails that were literally like knives. They were like they were all
shit.
points.
Like that, man.
How do you even? How?
I'm cool with the girl with the. I'm cool with the chicks with the. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Nails
French
be about
Coffin
this
style,
long,
yeah.
French
with the little white
French
at the top.
tip. French tip is the best
I
way
like
to go.
that.
Anything
Yeah, French tip,
over
that's what it's called, French tip.
anything over the French tip, ladies, don't.
Yeah,
nah,
I love
bruh.
that French tip on the fingers and the toes. But all that like,
On the fingers and the toes, okay.
All that extra long ass shit, I be like, nah.
Bro,
I be trying to figure shit. I be trying to piece it together.
you be killing. All of those
He-
girls need to
He's
type.
over there trying to smell her fingers like.
I'm not
Bitch, I know
smelling
you
this.
see
all,
this dude
all of
down
those
there.
girls,
You
all
be
of those
wiping yourself,
girls
right?
gotta get a job at typing for 24 hours a day. Then tell me how you feel about wearing them nails, man. Because I don't get it. I don't get how are you touching the keyboard? What are you doing? It don't make
Touching
sense.
They be
You
breaking
be trying
their
to
nails.
press one letter and you get the letter above it.
I've
Yeah.
seen
Sometimes
so
they-
many girls
they be
frustrated
breaking their
at
nails.
themselves because they trying to type on their phone. I'm like, woman, you paid for those.
Right.
That piece of plastic on
Yeah.
your fingers.
They had like all these nails. They had like all these nails.
Yeah.
Looking pretty, and then that one nail be broke.
That one nail be
Right,
broke.
right.
Like
Be looking like.
you see the one nail, she got the band-aid on. Like, shorty, you paid
happened
for
right
those
there?
nails.
Where's that nail at?
Just go
Right.
get the French tip. Just go get the
And
French
then they'll
tip.
like post it
Tell
on
me how
like
that
they'll be posting like the internet on their like Reels or Snapchat or something like, and they'll like blur the nail out, like ignore my nail, like literally just ignore.
How do you
ignore
take
what I got
pictures? How do you post?
I
How do
don't
you
understand how they do
how do you wipe yourself? Like how do you do it? It's just what? How are you showering? Like are you scratching yourself in the
True.
shower? Like
Grab the rag. Grab the rag, and she's doing this.
like how do you
grabbing the
how do you
rag.
get down to the
grabbing the rag.
you
Man.
feel me? All it extra.
We are-
Damn well she can't hold the bar of soap like that.
No, there's
She doesn't
no
have
way.
to hold it. She just
Nah, I'm
stabs
not no
it.
fool.
There's
You ain't gonna
no
fool me.
way she
just-
she
Your nails-
palming
she doesn't have
that
to hold
soap.
Your
it.
nails ain't
She
about
just
to
has
be
to
this
stab
damn
it.
long. You
She
gonna
just
think
she
I think
scrapes a
you can
little
hold
piece
it.
of the soap off and just flicks it on her.
Like butter.
Nah, nigga,
Like butter.
You can't fool me.
She cutting it like you ever go in there. Look at her soap, men. Look at her soap. If it's got scratches in it, run, run,
Body wash.
run.
You're
Yeah,
about to
yeah,
get
bro. They
body
use a
wash.
liquid soap.
Then
They
use the
use a
goddamn
liquid.
body wash.
If they got cuts in it, run. The
Run.
pillow got cuts in it, run.
I don't even like talk, man. Come on.
We
The
are
toilet
all-
paper got cuts in it,
we are-
I
right?
can't
We
do
are-
that long ass nail
We
shit.
are unhinged out here. We are unhinged,
man.
bro. This is a good
Can't even
podcast.
do
We've
it, bro.
covered everything today.
For sure.
We have covered everything.
For sure.
But
I be
yeah,
thinking about that shit.
speaking of thinking, I think it's about time to wrap this up, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta get going. You're gonna drive me home. It was
Yeah.
raining this morning. I couldn't check the board
It's
in
been
today.
raining for the
That's
last
cool.
Is my
2 or
car
3
still
days, bro.
downstairs?
It's still downstairs.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no more.
I forgot to check this morning that after we got that note saying they were gonna tow my shit. I'm like, I'd like
Oh,
you to
shit.
tow my shit. Let's see you try.
Tow it down the road, please.
Yeah.
Tell me where
But-
it's at so I can go get it.
All right, everybody. I
All right,
appreciate you
yeah.
guys for tuning in. Liquid Death, One Heart Medical, Duffified. I appreciate you guys. If you want to be a part of the podcast, comment below. Message one of us. We'll get you on the podcast. The Tribe. I love you guys, man, with all my heart, dude. Like, you guys are definitely the closest to me, bro. So I appreciate you guys always being a part of it and being here. Tyrell's ready for that sleep, man. He's over here,
LD.
got them yawns.
LD, let's go.
Let's go.
Ready to
Yeah.
sleep.
Liquid
All right,
Death, we're ready
everybody.
to take you to the next level.
Yes, sir. So it's your boy Jay Banks on another episode of the PowWow. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
We're out of here.
Later.
May 26th, we got Yaman's single being dropped. We're gonna
Yes,
we're gonna play
sir.
it in the store
No
for
secret,
sure.
baby.
Well, and then we got Harambe's
Let's
birthday
see.
coming up.
Let's
Harambe's
go.
birthday.
Yes.
Harambe's
May,
birthday, let's
May
go.
27th, we got some special
Yep.
stuff coming out for that
Absolutely.
one.
Keep lookout for that. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode of the PowWow. We'll see you next time.
Hey,
See y'all
Next
Later.
time, y'all, man.
And we
Y'all have a
out.
nice night. Y'all be safe.
Yeah.
oh, that camera went down.
And there's this door. And we out here.
All these cameras going down,
So
man.
many-
We got to figure out what the fuck's going on.
You know, it's life. Like,
All right, we're out of here.
yeah.